Welcome to Closing Ceremonies!
Ooh.
Hi everybody, this is Stan Pie, joined by...
Little Spook.
And it's time to wrap up this festival. So, just as before, I definitely want to welcome you guys to take a chance to learn about the fest by asking questions and things of that nature, just so we can share all the inside scoop about what goes on in this and that with the Newgrounds festival experience, right? So I think before I go any further into it myself, Spook, can you please tell us about your experience in this? I mean, so tell me about your Newgrounds Winter Festival experience. That's what I really want to know. And I think it's what we all really want to know.
All right, so my Newgrounds Winterfest experience is very much different from yours. While you're the face and the voice and what everyone looks to when they see Newgrounds, I'm kind of the background and just doing all the behind-the-scenes ninja work that you guys don't see, like reaching out to Panelist, making sure that they're ready, reaching out and admitting people into the server, and just reviewing all the applications that come in. With that being said, I'm going to spank some of you really quickly. You had 2 months to fill out that application form, and I can say more than 25 of you waited until the actual event started and was going on to send in your applications. What the hell? Next time, make sure to read the post, get your thing in early, and don't wait till last minute because it kind of left me rushing around. Other than that, it was great. Wonderful meeting so many new people. The other half of it was kind of, well, moderation, making sure you guys were posting in the right chat. A lot of you liked to post general chat in the questions, so it made it kind of hard to locate those questions for people.
Whew. That's just exhausting.
Speaking of Queen Boo. Yeah, I saw you delete that message. Uh-huh. No,
Man.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna butcher the name for you. I'm so sorry. Xerximus? Nope, I can't. Stan, help me out here. YouTube chat.
I think it's Xerxisms.
Xerxisms?
Yeah.
All right. Did I get trolled a lot? Surprisingly, not as much this time as Summerfest. I got a lot of troll applications during Summerfest, but this time a lot of serious applications. Maybe like 1 or 2.
Oh man. So we have some great questions. Yeah, I mean, Kekiro, yes to your question about posting questions, though I don't know that I'll necessarily see them. Yeah, no, all of your
Me
questions,
too.
all of your questions should go into the panel questions or the YouTube chat just to make sure that we see them. So, a couple of things were asked during the last panel that I want to quickly answer since they were related to our closing ceremonies. The first one was whether or not the streams will have timestamps on YouTube. The answer is yes. Kekiro, one of our staff members, is actually handling that, providing us with timestamps in the near future, so we'll be able to apply those. Additionally, the Summerfest never had that done, so if any of you would like to volunteer to get timestamps from the Summerfest, we'd really appreciate that.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, it would really help make these more accessible. Oh man, I'm exhausted. How about you, Spook? How tired are you?
I don't usually admit this because I'm the hydration person here, but I'm living off of like G Fuel, Monster, and coffee right now.
Destructive.
I'm dead inside.
Okay. So all right, let's see. How do you feel about the Nope, let's go further back. Belyayev's Fox asks, are smaller scale festivals something you're open to doing? How would you like to address that one?
What?
You can see how exhausted we are. The question was, are smaller scale festivals something you're open to doing?
Like, one-day festivals, can you clarify a little bit? Like, what do you mean by smaller scale? Like half day, one-day festivals, like an hour-long event? Because we already promote that the server is somewhere that everyone is able to just if you wanna do an event, we'll promote it for you. We'll happily let you use the server to do your event. But
Absolutely.
as for one-day conventions, I don't know how you feel about it, Stan, but personally, I prefer the longer ones.
Hmm. Uh,
The one-day ones, I feel like sprinkling too many of those one-shot events throughout it just can lead to, like, a lot of burnout.
yeah, no, I agree with that. Even having two festivals in the span of 6 months is arguably too frequent. I mean, it feels like forever ago when the Summerfest happened, but also, people haven't really been able to live their lives. But to
Exactly.
answer
It's
that question,
nonstop work.
whether or not we're open, just like Spook said, the server and the YouTube channel as well have always really, once they were created, they've existed for the community's sake. And sure, Spook and I are the admins of the server. We keep an eye on it and we keep the rules pretty loosely defined. Outside of the very specific ones we have, you must be of age to be in the server. You must have a Newgrounds account. And other than that, like we even have rules against the admins to not be abusive with their power. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's kind of a different kind of Discord server, but so far it's been going very well. I mean, look, not everybody's going to be friends, but as if you're still a member of the Newgrounds community and you still have an account and your account's in good standing, I mean, that's really all it takes. You qualify as long as you're old enough and filled out the application. So that also goes with whether or not you host events. Annie Sloth did an Annie University event on the YouTube channel in the past. We also had Brandon hosted the Summer Animation Jam stuff after the Summerfest. So, I mean, really, you can host your events pretty much whenever you want. I mean, we've had people doing movie nights during October. I remember there was a Darkstalkers OVA viewing that took place, during Halloween time. So it really just depends on what you guys want to do. Whether or not that qualifies as a mini convention or a convention in general, uh, no, I don't know. It's up to you guys what you define it. Ultimately, these panels are just panels, and you can host a panel as an event separately. So Annie University, again, that's a great example of a separate event that could have been a panel, but instead was its own stream later. And so, yeah, guys, if you have stuff you want to share, I mean, just, don't abuse it, and we'll be happy to share it.
I just saw a question from Rude Boy, and it's, "Do we stay in server for the next festival, or do we have to resubmit? If you are here, stay.
Yeah,
You don't have to leave. The server is open even after the festivals are closed, just kinda to keep the community together."
for sure. So, Belyayev's Fox asks, and this is a different answer for each of us, what was the most difficult part of getting this convention done? What's your answer?
You're gonna hate me, my brain just zapped again, and I did not hear it.
That's
You
fine.
sounded like one of
I
the
will
parents
answer.
from the Peanuts.
I will answer the question uh, by restating it during my answer.
Awesome.
Well, Belyayev's Fox. The most difficult part of getting this convention done is, for me, it's producing the cartoon. Producing the animation, like I said during my panel, is by miles and miles more complex and difficult than anything else I work on for the event. And not to say that like I'm not doing the live stream stuff. I mean, I'm handling all the transitions, I'm handling all the title changes, like all the tech side of these events is happening on my computer. I'm doing it all weekend, so I really don't get a break other than during a panel if it's not going to move. Like I actually got to take a little break during Dom's panel where I got to let it play, open my phone, listen and watch the panel while laying in bed and relaxing for a little bit, and then getting back up onto my computer so I could continue making sure things went right. So thank you, Dom, for a very comfy panel because that was a nice time for me to relax, enjoy what you were working on, and not have to constantly switch between screens because you weren't causing me trouble. Thank you. Spook, how about you?
Alright, so once again, my side was the admin work, so I had to deal with a lot of you. I was probably your first point of contact coming into the server. You know who you are. I had to wait weeks for you guys to respond sometimes, and that was the hardest part because Discord only allows you a certain amount of invites to send out, and that would bog down everything, and I'd have to send you guys the invites over and over because they'd expire. And honestly, that was the hardest part for me because when I get on a roll to work, I just like to get it done and out of the way. So waiting was driving me insane, especially with how many applications we were getting in.
I definitely expected that to be the answer. So really, the answer is the stuff that's supposed to be outside of the convention itself. It's letting people in and making the cartoon. Like, how about that? So it's not,
Exactly.
yeah. So let's see. Manly Potato asks, how much does the Janny get compensated for their work? The answer to that question, he does it for free. Uh,
Mhm.
we make no money from the festival. And in some cases, I mean, I know, like, yeah, I sometimes give up work to do this event. I've had voice stuff that
Yeah,
I
me
need to work
too.
on. I have, schedules that I had to mark off days so I don't have any conflicts. So it definitely, I don't know if you want to, like, if you ever run across us sometime, you want to, like, buy Spook a coffee, or I don't know, buy me a hamburger or something. I don't drink coffee, which is why I didn't say.
Buy me a bubble tea.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah, buy me a Thai iced tea. But yeah, I mean, look, and I've thought about it because it's like a really conflicting feeling I have. Like, on one hand, maybe we could sell some cool merch related to the festival, and I've got
That would be
designs,
awesome.
but at the same time, I also don't want to, like, exploit the community. Um,
Exactly.
it takes a lot of our time and effort. Like, it's not like we haven't done anything that would not count as labor, but also, like, the Newgrounds community is something that for me for a long time has been so important, and it's also like it's one of those few things where, like, when your annual subscription to whatever, like Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, oh, I gotta pay for that again this year. When my Newgrounds supporter thing comes around, I'm like, oh yes, I just supported Newgrounds. Like, it's one of those things where I don't mind paying. So, um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and another thing, like Stan said, we do give up certain things to do these festivals because we love doing it and we want to see the community grow and get stronger. Like this weekend, I have an acting job that I do, and I'm missing a weekend of that to do the festival here with you guys just because I love seeing you guys happy and come together and just create amazing things.
Absolutely, man. I'm exhausted. Just it's just like I'm really feeling it. Um,
You're feeling it now, Mr.
I'm
Krabs.
really feeling it. Okay, so let's see. Uh, Alt Puppy asks, "Are these fests going to be a recurring thing?" Well, I guess technically they are because we just did it twice. But regarding any future stuff, we've talked about it, and, like, I don't like to confirm anything until it's time to make that decision. We're focused on the now. I could tell you that, like, when I for one, I have this picture of Cacho Arino from Game Center CX where the subtitle says his mind and body have been pushed to a limit. And well, one, like I mentioned during the production of the making of panel, I got COVID during the last month, so that's why I've been coughing routinely throughout the festival and being like, "Oh, sorry," if my mic was open. Um, like 4 days on Thursday, my leg got severely messed up when I was training, and so I'm gonna probably get that X-rayed this week. So, like, I've been dealing with that. Like, I can't walk. I'm really thankful the festival takes place on a computer because I'm like I'm hobbling around the house anytime I need to do something. That was another
Speaking of,
thing.
do you have your leg propped up right
You're
now?
right. I don't actually. It's lowered. Oh shit! The ice. My bag of ice just leaked. But anyway,
Oh,
I was
no.
gonna say that was another thing I really appreciated about Dom's panel is it gave me a chance to lay back in my bed and, like, put ice on my foot, or on my ankle rather. Right where the injury is, because, like, it turned blue today. I don't know. That's kind of probably not good. Um, but yeah. So I don't know. Maybe my foot's fucked. We'll find out.
But expanding on that, you guys are just gonna have to wait, find out, keep up with our Newgrounds channels, make sure to keep updated on what we're doing, and if you see an announcement somewhere down the line, tune in.
And for real, like, learn to read. Learn to read.
For real.
Learn to read, okay? Because like this illiteracy is not our fault. We write. I write actually. And Spook just gives me a thumbs up if it's right or wrong. So like I spend time sitting there writing these newsletter style blogs to make sure that you guys have all the information you could possibly need about the festival. And then I get messages during the festival. Hey, how can I host a panel at the Newgrounds Festival? Where do I apply? How soon do deadlines close? Golly gee, random citizen, if only there was a document somewhere where I detailed this multiple times. There is, I'm fucking sick of you people not reading what I wrote. I've had it. I've had it. Like Sonic.
The same goes for the applications. I can't even tell you how many times excuse me, Miss Little Spook, where can I submit my application? And that impatience, please. Sometimes you guys submit like applications and 5 minutes later will DM me. Hey, did you get my application? I need to get in right now, please. So, my God.
Fucking COVID. Anyway, sorry. It's just I mostly I just say coof. Mr. Fatso asks, which hentai should I dub next? That's a great question. I want to know, find the biggest, ugliest, bastardest hentai you can find and get to work. That's my answer for you, Mr. Fatso. Ravioli Box just wants to add, Spook has a nice tone of voice.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. There you have it.
Thank you very much.
Brecky asks, how do you guys feel about this convention versus the previous one? Any particular improvements? Spook?
Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of a mixed bag for me. I do feel, since Dan and I had done it before, it went a little bit smoother. We had it a bit more streamlined. There weren't as many little road bumps. However, it was harder to get people to engage with this one. Maybe Stan and I have spoken about it before.
Yeah.
It was announced a little bit too early. It's too close to the holidays, just coming off of the holidays. Also, real life conventions as well. We didn't schedule it for the second weekend or third weekend of January because I was actually helping with a convention down in Miami.
The week after that was MagFest. Oh boy!
Exactly, and we didn't want to actually bump with any convention and make attendance lower.
Right, and even Pixel Day was also a consideration of something not to interfere with.
Exactly.
You know, I reached out to Tom with prospective dates, and that's how we ultimately decided on this weekend, and it ended up being perfect for everyone's schedule. So that's why it's still winter. I know some people are like, what? Winter Fest? Yeah, January and February are also winter, so this is actually the middle of winter. So yeah, don't worry about that. Unless you live in a different hemisphere or something where it's not winter, or if you're like, you know, Pegasus, it is not the winter where I am, but I like to participate. I love you, Pegasus TV. I'm so glad that you sent us that song. I just appreciate you.
That was so beautiful.
And yeah, that was a fun opener. For me, definitely the engagement thing was a huge concern. Something I had not factored in was that a lot of artists, I mean, if you just look at the Newgrounds Winterfest tag on Newgrounds, compare it to the Summerfest tag, there is way more art that was submitted for the wallpaper. And so, you know, I try to understand why. Like Spook said, there was the holidays and conflicts, but I also thought that would mean people had more time to work on stuff, but I guess not. The other thing is that a lot of artists who would have done stuff for the fest were actually doing art for the Tankmas Advent. And so they would have been doing another winter art piece, which I think is just not very creatively challenging. I will give a shout out to Kevin. I'm Kevin on Newgrounds for his stuff, because not only did he do one for the Advent, he then turned around and did one for the fest as well, like immediately after. And I was like, damn, Kevin is always on it. Like, good for you, dude. You're nonstop. So yeah, other stuff, like compared to the previous event, like Spook said, we had a lot of stuff streamlined. So, you know, I already had assets that I had made last time that I still had my hands on, so I didn't have to make those assets again. Setting up the stream was extremely streamlined because I had all that stuff and I already knew how to do it. I spent a lot of time the other day making like last minute graphics. Slimy Goo, thank you so much. I mean, you know, your staff this year, but also just on the back end of making assets and production. Thank you for everybody who contributed art and assets to the event. I'm sorry that we didn't make everybody's emote a part of the server yet. Some of it has to do with file size, and it's just like I'm not going to sit here and convert them when I have to run other things for the event. But Slimy Goo did so much for the event in terms of art and making that, you know, having not just for the animation, but like he's my go-to guy on a lot of stuff. I mean, even the panel schedule. He did art of, you know, the people who are essentially like our special guests, like Strawberry Clock, Rena Chan, Kerbifer, Lewis, and so on. You know, having an illustration that featured them, that was very, very awesome. And that was another huge improvement. We had way more all-star guests, I should say, like as far as, you know, people that you think of with Newgrounds icons. Last time, the big stars that come to mind, we had Laserbot and the Tails Gets Trolled team. We had, you know, Piconjo and the Picongers. We also had Rice Pirate, you know, and others. But this time around, we got, if you think about who actually showed up this weekend,
Insane.
people, like even Pello. I didn't know until like 2 days before when I was told about that. In fact, I think you guys found out on Twitter before I found out. When Bullboy
Really?
tweeted it out. That was like the first. I think that was the first time anybody had talked about it.
Leaked.
I don't know. So yeah, but thank you so much to Tom for being supportive both times. Obviously, I mean he makes that happen. But it's funny because I think you recall I said to you like a month ago, "Fuck, we don't have enough guests. Like we don't have enough like you know special guests that are like invited." You know, I was like concerned about it.
Tom came in clutch.
And then like in 5 days, yeah, Tom made an announcement for that, and so people raised their hands. But in like a blur of me just getting, I don't know when this was. I just suddenly had like a moment of inspiration, and I fired off a bunch of messages. And you never know who will say yes, but like a chunk of our guests, that's how they showed up, was me sending that message, and they replied, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." So I'm really thankful for that. And you know, it's not like the panels hosted by the community aren't as important. It's just like I think for people who are surprised to see a guest announcement, like someone like Rena Chan, who has not been on the site in forever. I mean, she even put her name on the Discord as Kira parentheses formerly Rena Chan on Newgrounds. Like she doesn't go by Rena Chan anymore. So it's just like one of those. This is an old school person from the site. I would say, yeah, I think that pretty much covers most of it. I think the other thing in my head, you have set a precedent when you've done one event. So now there are expectations for the second event.
Mm-hmm.
I think nobody really knew. I mean, some people knew who I was. They knew my work and whatever. I obviously like I have a YouTube channel, so I'm not like a total anonymous person on the internet that's like never done something before. But I think that a lot of people had no idea of if I had any credibility. And so so whether or not, you know, I had credibility was kind of answered when Spook and I with our team last time put on a really good event, and it was like, shit, these guys actually know what they're doing. This is really well made. This is organized. Like this was really fun. Look at that cartoon. Holy shit. So when you set that kind of a bar, you know, people are going to be disappointed if it doesn't meet the same level or exceed it. And so that was the big thing, is I just wanted to make sure that the quality did not drop. I know that was a consistent thought for you too, Spook. You know,
Absolutely.
You just want it to be on level. And even with the animation, I think that's a subjective thing. A lot of people feel like they like this one more. I think that's a stylistic and subjective thing. I remember working on it when I was initially drafting the storyboards. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if this is as good as the last one. Like that last one was really fun. And then of course the animators brought their A game, and we have some amazing work. So I'll let you guys be the judge. I guess ultimately, if you think the Winterfest cartoon is better than the Summerfest one, give it a higher score on Newgrounds to make sure that they can compete with each other. Because I think the Summerfest one has a little bit of a higher score now, but I haven't looked in a little bit. So yeah, go vote. Ideally a 5. Let's see. Kekiro, thanks again for grabbing those timestamps. Squid Jerky.
You're amazing.
Squid Jerky, thank you for running the draw pile. Your question is, are you ready for a healthy and wonderful good night's rest? I hope so.
I hope so too, but I'm not sure if we're
Yeah,
gonna get that.
there's no guarantee of that. That's quite unfortunate. I mean, also with my foot leg thing, I don't know. Like I don't like my foot feels kind of numb. My leg feels like discomfort, so it's like unpleasant to try to sleep in, and I don't know. Um, but every day I woke up before the event, I'm like, oh, I just want to stay in bed. I don't feel good, you know.
I
But
know you messaged me one morning and you're like, all right, Spook, you got this. Have fun. I'm going back to bed.
yeah. So that's definitely it. Brecky also adds oh yeah, I guess for do you feel any particular improvements? I definitely think the guest list being more packed. I think we had more panels because we cut them all down to just 1 hour for the most part.
Yes, we had more panels and our guests were a little bit more
I guess just well
popular. Is
known.
that the word?
Yeah, I mean they're just more of them were more well known beyond the Newgrounds sphere at this point. Kerbifer, Rena Chan, and so on, like the people we talked about earlier. And then even like having Pello join in, which is a huge surprise. Is like, okay, he's kind of a big deal too these days.
Not
Um,
to mention DMAC.
DMAC, I had no idea about like really. Curb's like, by the way, I want to have my guy on. I was like, hell yeah.
Honestly, I'm a big fan.
Oh man, and it was so great to meet these guys too. I'm really thankful I get to moderate those panels. So yeah, definitely those things. So no promises on the good night's sleep. Brecky, thank you for sharing. Y'all have been wonderful throughout this whole thing. I'm glad you think so. We do our best. Okay, yeah. One thing I do want to say. So I mentioned earlier, Slimy Goo. I think just to quickly address like the critical role our other staff team plays. So Kekiro, and shout out to Kekiro, whose PC like exploded a week ago. So a lot of the stuff that was supposed to go down this weekend was a little bit like we're playing it by ear because the computer broke. But obviously for the timestamps and just for being both last fest and this fest, one of our staff, Neko Ai for being our resident hentai queen and distributor. So for running the late night stuff, and then Slimy Goo, as I mentioned before, for also all three of them jumping in to help out recording stuff, making sure panels are backed up just in case. But yeah, the five of us, I think pretty consistently. I knew that we could count on them. They're people who've been working. I mean, Neko and Slimy was the only new staff member. Neko Ai and Kekido were on staff last time, so yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
pretty
couldn't have asked for a better team.
for sure. Neko Ai asks, this may be in the realm of fantasy, but do you think this will ever be an IRL thing one day? I would take a plane to
Mm.
America for that.
All right, Stan, how many times have you and I had this discussion behind the scenes of if we were ever offered a chance to do a live Newgrounds festival?
How many slices of bread have you eaten in your life? That's all I can ask. I mean, it's the same number. I should have said that in like full deal. How many slices of bread have you eaten in your life? But in any case, now the reality is, if Tom ever asked us to do an event, I think we both would be like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome. We'd love to." Um, so yeah, I mean, if you guys are ever looking at a live event and you're thinking like who you want on that event, the two of us, we both control a lot of our own time with how we work. Like we're both actors, so our schedules can be kind of nebulous at times, and whether or not you book also determines whether or not, like, I know you've worked events all throughout the last 2 months that took away
Dear
like every
God,
weekend.
it's
Yeah.
been hell.
So
I go
yeah,
back next weekend too.
there you go. So yeah, it never ends. And the same thing with like animation production. Like, I know I said this to the team. I love working on projects like that, and I've noticed that like to be a good organizer and director, you don't necessarily have to be the best artist. You have to be somebody who knows how to put things together. And between the festival and administrative and even the cartoon, I mean, you can find that with both of us. I mean, I know I'm always looking to work on animation teams. I love doing that stuff. And Spook, I mean, yeah, like we said, like your admin stuff is like critical. So if you guys know people looking, actors are always we don't just act, but we also are available for other things because acting is rarely enough to supplement all your income. Uh, that
Isn't
much,
that the truth?
yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, and again, people asking about the IRL event. I would love to do that. That'd be great. But it takes
Blow the
time.
man down. I see you down there with a non-question in the panel questions chat.
You about to get blammed, son. All right, let's see. What was the easiest part of planning the festival? Asked by Chromacy. Your answer?
Easiest part of planning the festival. The planning phase.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty laid back. It's not particularly challenging. We've got a good system. I use those spreadsheets very well. When I used the same ones last time, and I just modified them. Spook already knows how to use the stuff I work with, so like we're a good team on that front. So yeah, just having like okay, even selecting the panels like
I was gonna say, if I had to actually be serious about it for a moment, I would have said going through the panels, reviewing them, and just picking them.
Yeah, I mean, I will say one of the hardest challenges was we had so many music related panels come in. I think we had like six, and we ended
Yeah.
up only sticking with a couple. And so my rationale for who got picked was based on priority, who applied first, and are they qualified? And I mean, you saw two great panels today, Snares Works and Quarrel. Those two panels were awesome. And then so but that was kind of the thought process, like the biggest question of damn, we've got all these music panels, okay, and these people are equally qualified. Who applied first? There you have it. So those are the kind of decisions to make. But I mean, yeah, I literally was sick with COVID, I think, when I made the panel schedule, so that's how easy it is for me to do, just because it's like second nature at this point. And yeah, I mean, I fill out a column with ones I like and think, oh, she does her own. We compare them and we just go from there. Very easy.
And it really does help because you and I kind of have, like, the same viewpoints on
Yeah.
what should pass and what shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it helps when you're on the same page with the people you're working with. Okay, let's see. Crassus asks, do you know if anyone else has pulled off this sort of virtual convention before? I mean, for Newgrounds, I can say that, like, I'll give credit to Zin when he did his art day. I forget what the official, I think it was the art talks. Like, there was a full day of artists events that happened with the Newgrounds podcast, and that was very similar. So I would say shout outs to Zin for pulling that off. I think he's a very valuable member of the Newgrounds community that does a lot of important things for the community. Not just the podcast, but like stuff like that. So big credit to him. Aside from that, I mean, virtual conventions exist, but I don't know how many people do them the way we do because they're so. On one hand, you have the culture of Newgrounds, which is like really important. I kind of pride myself on that aspect where I'm like, even for me to earlier when Bonbon said I made a comment about people drawing the tank men with like eyes that move in the goggles, like that was not a joke. I really did tell her about that. How like I was a very adamant like the eyes don't move. Captain's goggles are static. They never move during the cartoons. Leave them. Like I was very adamant about that. The cartoon team can tell you about that. But yeah, like I try to obsess. I try to obsess with that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, shout out. I see you, Spook. Yeah, I'm gonna follow up on what you just said. So someone said, I should have been a judge. The fuck? And I said, yeah, maybe. But Spook just asked, then why didn't you apply for staff when it was put up 2 months ago? Maybe.
That's one thing that we didn't get any applications for, really.
Yeah,
other
really.
than the people who already did it.
So I mean,
learn to read,
yeah,
and apply next time.
Oh man, yeah, you should have been a judge. I don't know. Maybe you're not the best judge of your own character if you can't even fill out an application. I don't know. I have zero tolerance for that kind of fuckery. You guys probably noticed last night as well during Dub That Hentai, and at various other things. Like, I'm very like no nonsense, except for when I'm having fun.
And I'm usually the one that's a little bit more laid back. I don't like blamming, as you all know, but if I'm 20-year vet, yes, please read. If pushed to a point, I get very tired.
I will say that Spook is actually, so that's her public face, but I'm exposed right now. She is faster to get bothered by what people post than I am. Like, I'm way more tolerant. I'm vocally like Annie Sloss said, like Italian solidarity earlier. Like, yeah, I'm like, I've got Italian American blood.
You don't need to know this, Stan.
I'm telling them the truth, Spook. I can't. I must tell the truth. Okay? When I say some shit like earlier, like, well, maybe you're not a good judge of character then, right? That's just me. Like, if you want to fucking go, I'm gonna throw down the bants because I think it's funny, and that's kind of like old school Newgrounds shit anyway. But realistically, when people do stuff that's questionable, I'm usually like, they didn't break a rule. That's fine. Like last night, someone was being a dick, and then like Spook talked to
Oh,
me.
Harlot Spider.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to call them out. They were being
Yeah,
100% a dick in
and I was just
NSFW.
like, then tell him to stop being a dick. I don't know. And then you did so. But like, I was just like, I mean, this is fine. You're allowed to be a dick on Newgrounds. You know, it's just like you better back it up. What you're saying better make sense, because people will remember that you were a dick. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. You know, but I also that roughness, that rough around the edges part of Newgrounds, um, you know, it's just yeah.
I'm going to address I am never going to be able to pronounce your name right.
Xerxisms. I was
Yes,
just thinking the same thing. Yeah, go for it.
it's you're saying that it wasn't an 18 plus event and it didn't feel like it, but you're only viewing it through the YouTube side of it,
Right.
which is what we want. We don't want the YouTube side to be 18 plus. However, in server, things get a little bit rowdy and 18 plus all the time.
I screamed last night. I lost my fucking mind. I was just like, hey, you motherfuckers, like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was just going berserk. But it's like that's the part where the gloves come off. And again, like we care about respecting, you know, the age thing. Like we really don't want to expose people to stuff they don't need to see. And we also want the attendees of the event to be comfortable and not worried about whether or not they're saying something in front of people they shouldn't say it in front of. So I mean,
Exactly.
I will acknowledge the way I talk, like when I get, you know, vulgar, you know, or like we had a panel today titled like what the fuck is a VTuber, you know. Look, bad words is really not, it's not about the bad words. It's really more about the suggestive stuff that shouldn't be, you know, yeah. We don't want to have like explicit material on screen, and you know, no penors or anything like that. The worst you'll see was the carrot and snowballs on the snowman. That was the most explicit thing I think we had on screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Tekken Nation, yeah, I honestly find people a bit too overly dramatic these days. I'd rather have fun and joke around that we all can get a laugh at. I mean, that's kind of the whole experience of Newgrounds, you know. It's that it's rough around the edges, it's fun, it's free. You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Like you're good, you know. You can be yourself and be raunchy or be rough or be rude, and like people will tell you you're being an asshole, but you know what? At the end of the day, if you're being creative, if you're being supportive, if you're not being a piece of shit, then it'll be fine. Like if you're just being kind of a like he's just being a dick, but it's kind of his shtick, you know, it's his personality or whatever. It's kind of funny, then fine. Any last notes before we move on to the next question?
No.
Okay, yeah. So we got some people asking for my Patreon, people asking for your Venmo. So I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Let's see. So yeah, regarding anyone else pull out the virtual convention, I did mention Zin, but I think like you do have virtual stuff, like the Games Done Quick events are now virtual. But again, how many people are doing this for free? I don't know about that. I don't know how many people are running events of this scale with a budget of $0. But that's us. So I don't personally know, but I'm sure there are events out there that there aren't in our
There's got to
field of
be.
vision.
We can't
Yeah.
be the only one doing it.
I know there are like music festivals that happen for sure online like this. I know actually, yeah. How could I leave him out? Kent Ward, a good friend of mine, he runs on Gaku Overdrive, which is a concert series that has been going for years now. It used to be in person, then it went to online during COVID. Now it's back in person. He operates out of Orlando. Also, you know, like on the same vein, the Orlando scene is where I spent a lot of time. You know, we used to do a lot of events, Tiny Waves booking when I was part of them. They're a music label. Similarly, you know, lots of virtual events with that, but especially I want to give shout outs to my friend Kent Ward. He's not even on Newgrounds really, but he's just like, he's a regular event host and he does a lot of stuff by himself. And yeah, man, it's great. So plans for mini conventions or streams out of the summer Winterfest. I think we talked about that already earlier.
We did.
Let's see. Thank you for praying for that leg, Miro Art. I appreciate it. He just says, God damn, this festival has been like a dream. The span of 3 days, I met 3 of my childhood icons, helped out that killer opening animation, and got to spend some quality time with the woman I love and the community that brought us together. I just wish I could have done more. Thanks again for throwing this together, Spook and Stan. P.S. Stan, praying for you and that leg, boy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 5-star 811. Will there be a spring festival? Maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. You maybe not. I don't think we want to overdo it.
I can hear like the exhaustion kind of behind your voice as you're saying that.
When will panel applications start again? I don't know. We'd have to announce a festival first. The chances are they'd open up the day we announce it if we do another one.
If
Bad Furry Kitty, how about a worldwide lockdown return festival? JK. Unless. Uh, Marble Mac asks, all in all, did you guys enjoy the weekend? Spook?
honestly, yes, got to meet a lot of new people. Um, talked to a lot of very talented individuals, many that I already look up to, and just get to know them a little better. And more importantly for me, I got to see all of you enjoy yourselves and kind of come together closer. I've seen it at Summer Festival, but during that little gap time, I saw everyone kind of drift apart a little bit. But seeing the server come to life again and just seeing how you all interacted with each other, it made the weekend great for me and made everything worth it.
So my cough answers the question a little bit. I wish I could have enjoyed it more, but being physically impaired really fucking sucks. In any way, and like that, so that aspect really was just unpleasant. I was much more tired this time around. Um, and so I think like for my personal enjoyment, the Summerfest was a lot easier because I had a lot more energy. I wasn't hurting. I was feeling awesome. So that definitely was it brought me down a bit, but I still think being part of these events was fun. And obviously like I love moderating stuff. I love being part of panels. And I didn't do as many panels this time. I only did the one last panel, though I was like moderator for others. So I would have enjoyed doing more. Like this time around, one of my thought processes for paneling, and I think we discussed this, we really didn't want to have all the same people.
Mhm.
So we let some people come back if they had a really good suggestion for a panel. Like Slimy Goo offering what he can as an artist is extremely valuable. For example, Annie Sloth, same thing. Talking about how to market yourself online is extremely valuable to this community. I hosted a flash panel last time, so like I could have offered to host it again, but we had someone else interested in teaching a flash panel, so that's why Bumpu 2D hosted it this time, and I ended up chiming in here and there, but so I think also just that aspect. My bread and butter that I love most is paneling. So like being the spectator is less fun than playing the sport yourself. Though from what I understand, some people prefer to watch. Anyway, uh, let's see. Kekido asks, can I abuse my power by deciding that bestie is no longer an okay word and we all have to say worsty now?
Hey, bestie. I
Sorry,
don't think
Worsty. You
so.
see, Kekiro, we have these rules here on the server. Rule number 3, admin/mods are not to abuse their powers over users. Okay? Thanks, bestie. All right. Um, Quarrel. Standpie, are you a 10 or a humble 9? That's up to you, babe. Rick Stubens. Have you ever considered having simultaneous ongoing panels in different rooms and streams? If you want to squeeze in panels,
Ugh.
it might be a good option. I
Ugh.
I've thought about that, and I've never talked with Spook about it because this is something I would entirely be like my responsibility to organize because I handle all the tech for the event.
Yeah.
There are people like Brandon, Brandy Buizel, who like he's got his shit down. He had no problems. We coordinated him streaming the Summer Animation Jam stuff. So like he'd be the kind of guy who could organize that with us. But honestly, I think having just one, let's be realistic about the numbers. During a panel, there are about 30 to 40 people in the server, and on YouTube between 15 to 25 at a given time. So we can average that out to being around 50 viewers concurrently between the two platforms. I don't think it's necessary to split them up, and I don't think it's a good idea to pull people from each other's panels. I would rather let everybody who it's their chance to shine and showcase what they do have their platform. Spook, do you have any thoughts on that?
I completely second that opinion, but my other thought on that is one, Stan is running all of the tech, so that would be on him to keep two rooms going at once. He'd have his hands full entirely, and with the small amount of staff that we have, moderation would be pretty much non existent, and kind of keeping the panelists comfortable and having their questions answered would be a lot harder. It would stretch us thin. So, honestly, the one panel at a time is perfectly fine. Not to mention we'd probably have to have multiple videos going at a time because not everyone's gonna be able to view the same stream on YouTube.
Absolutely. And I really would prefer. Fuck, man. Anyway, I would really prefer to keep it as it is. I think it's working, and why break it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Uh, fucking COVID. Gloom Girl, love you, Stan and Spook. How do you guys feel about having this sub community of Newgrounds still constantly active in the server even after the fests end? How does it feel to know that these fests inspire and motivate many of us as creators? Thanks for the hard work and love you guys. Thanks for the hard work and love you guys have put into this. You are so appreciated. Love sending virtual hugs and so much love.
You're so sweet.
Thank you, Coon Girl. To answer your question, I'm thrilled that this community is still alive throughout the year because, well, one of the biggest things that is important during this festival is that networking happens throughout the weekend, right? So I can say, for example, we had during last event, people get to know like Slimy Goo, right? He did his panel on on character designs, making appealing characters, and after that, he got much more connected with people in the community who recognized his talent and skill and were able to learn from him, collaborate with him. The same thing with actors and all these groups. I mean, I Strawberry Clock was talking about this extensively on Friday night that because of his involvement here, he's already met people that are connected to other people and blah blah blah. So that's what it's really all about. It's about building these connections because look at Friday Night Funkin'. Who made Friday Night Funkin'? Who's the team on that? They're all Newgrounders. How'd they meet? Who knows? It's not important. What's important is that we have a community where you can find people that you vibe with and make stuff together. And that's important to have year round. And I think also because there are different Newgrounds servers, that's also a good thing. Because we have different kinds of flavors, So we have our server, then there's the Newgrounds podcast server, then there's also just the server that's I think simply titled Newgrounds server, and who knows how many others. But having all these places that people can connect and share their work, I think, especially in a world that's ever changing and ever getting harder for artists to be themselves, it's nice to have a place where we can all circle jerk and have fun. And actually meet people who are like-minded and want to work on things. And oh man, I cannot stress this enough. During the year after Summerfest, how many instances, and this happens in the other servers too, of people being together and sitting in the VC and working on projects, actually collaborating or just working independently, but because you surround yourself with people who are also working. I mean, I just think of Metal Xeon, Phasma, that squad, right? And who's missing from the squad that I didn't mention just now? I know you guys will call it out for me.
I always see Chroma in VC whenever I am able to get in to when I'm not busy and I check. Always Chroma, always Slimy. I see Coltrane in there.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and it is, Ravioli Box said, it's like feeding off each other's drive to work, and it's a nice feeling. That's exactly it. You are enabling one another. You're being creative. You're doing all these things. I mean, even if it's just, Marbar streaming some silly nonsense and screaming and laughing about Spider-Man, man, that's just part of the culture. It's part of the fun, and that's how it works. Thank you, Slimy Goo, for the Sneed Ricardo.
Pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. Next question. Will our IRL Newgrounds convention be in a random cornfield in the Midwest? JK, love you guys. Y'all the best. Oh, you too, Squid Jerky. Probably not. Anyway, to answer that sincerely, it would probably be in Philly. If I had to guess. Just because that's, HQs nearby.
Something like that.
Have the festivals brought new people to the site? I think so. Because there are some people that I've brought in and be like, yo, come be a part of this. Like the devs from Necrofugitive.
And I remember last year, there were quite a few people in the YouTube chat that were asking how to get into the server. And they didn't have a Newgrounds, but they had just jumped into the chat.
Yeah. That's another one. when we think about the amount of people during the last festival who had never been a part of the community, but like had heard about it and were nervous, and then they saw this event and they realized, holy shit, all the stuff I heard about Newgrounders is not true. They're actually really nice people. Like, they're not going to be mean to me. They're not racist. They're not whatever. I mean, people still have edgy humor sometimes. That's unavoidable, but that's part of what makes the internet, you know, kind of old school in that way. More importantly, people found out that yes, they're like, it's not a safe space, but it's a space where you can be yourself, you know, because it's about creativity. And any place that preserves creativity is important to me, and I'm sure you feel the same way. Let's see. How many staffers did we have? Five total staffers. Not a
including
question.
ourselves.
Yeah, that includes us. Kenek asks, can't think of a question, but Stan and Spook, y'all are cool. This fest was great. You guys put up a lot of work in this. You're the best. Thank you.
You're too sweet.
Devoid Gazer, I'm not going to talk about what you posted. I don't know the I ain't going there. Serial number, IP address. Yeah, you know it. Oh, this is a great question from Marbardan. Has you really been far ever, even as decided yous even go want to be more like? Yes. Micro Behan has a question. If you could ever hop out of the admin responsibilities and host a panel yourself, what topic would you do? Spook?
Once again, you and I have talked about this a little bit today. If ever in the future we are to do another festival, I might be like Stan and host a panel myself. One, maybe on cosplay construction, because I work in the local con scene down here and I do a lot of cosplay repair. I'm one of the nurses.
Hello,
And
nurse.
but I'd probably also do one on PCD, post-con depression, for everyone here, because I've noticed everyone gets really upset when they realize that the festival's going to end and they don't know what to do, and they're always pushing to get to that next festival. And I'd want to go over some tips and tricks on how to kind of overcome that, so you're not clinging on to the next event for dear life and being afraid and sad when it ends.
Yeah. I one thing I can say about the post-con depression that it's actually good about this festival group. It was very, very avoidable last time because people kept hanging out all week after the event.
Yep.
So like, it's not like a normal convention where it's like you got to say your goodbyes. Like after closing ceremonies, everybody fucks off. Actually, if I recall, we all just jumped in Chaos VC at the end of the Summerfest, and I mean,
You guys were in there for like 2 days.
so yeah, it's just the party never ends, and it keeps going forever, and people keep having fun and doing whatever the fuck, and who knows, blah blah blah. Anyway, enjoy the festival server. It's here for you and here for us, etc. Let's see. I agree with that. Metal post-con blues is still better than post-con flu. 100% better.
Mm-hmm.
Brecky says, I've said this once and I'll say it again. Everyone here has been absolutely wonderful, and I'm so happy I joined this. This is the first convention I've ever been to, and I've gotten to meet so many creative and influential figures and learn so much about this community. Shoutouts to Stampy and Spooks and everybody here in the server. You guys are simply brilliant. You're breathtaking. Mila Cookie. Oh, what's up?
I was going to say, I'm speechless with how many compliments we're getting. I don't take them well. But
yeah, send them to me. Send them to me instead.
Send them all to Stan. I've been getting a lot of DMs on thank yous for the
they slide into your DMs.
I know they do. Just please send them to Stan. Send him all the thank yous. He needs love too.
Here's my suggestion: send them in the server, so they don't flood our DMs because we have a lot of people here.
Yeah.
You could just tag us. That's fine. Fucking manly potato. I'm not gay. I have a naked woman calendar at home. That is a reference to the thing I brought up during the last panel. Lol. Anyway, Kekiro. Hey, besties. Want to host a festival in my very cool cornfield and join my very cool knot cult? It's called Artists of the Bleeding Brush Smile emote, heart emote. Also, Stan, you're super cool. Here's a compliment. Thanks, bestie. Let's see. Maya Cookie. Sorry, I actually jumped over it. What do you think you can do better for next festival? Also, just want to say, if this server wasn't here, I wouldn't be as happy as I am here. You guys and everyone here are amazing. What would you do better? Or what could we do better for next time?
I lost the question. Sorry.
Yeah, what do you think you
So
can do better next time?
hypothetically speaking, if there was another festival, what I think we could do better is, damn, I don't know. I think everything's running smoothly so far. Um, what I would change isn't on me, unfortunately. It's on the people waiting to accept the invite into the server. Hint,
Yeah,
hint. Nudge, nudge.
that's exactly it. Something I would like. That's the thing, right? So we did not have a game dev showcase this time because there weren't enough applicants. Whereas we had one last time, and that was another event I hosted during the Summerfest. Right, we got to talk about like, a bunch of game devs who are on Newgrounds. So I mean, really, just getting more involvement from the community beforehand. We have the people who we know we were going to hear from, but I mean, it got really concerning I reached out to Tom. I was like, hey man, could you help us get some more panel applicants because it was really like we really would like to have more. I mean, we had enough, but you want to have options because what if one of them isn't like a good fit, But you want to fill the schedule. So instead, we ended up getting a bunch at the last second. But I guess if there's one thing I can do better for the next festival, it's your mom.
Stan, be
All right.
nice.
It was a sincere question. Could I not? Anyway. Um. Okay, fine. I won't. Anyway. Maya Malice Art. I don't have a question, but I just want to say that even on YouTube, this event was so much fun. Mad props to Stan and Spook and the rest of the staff. Your dedication does not go unnoticed. And here's another one. Tekken Nation, 7 years away from Newgrounds and never knew how the community hasn't changed. You all are giving me a different perspective on this. Hell yeah.
You two are awesome.
Absolutely. And you're awesome, Spook. You're
And
awesome.
you're awesome, Stan.
Thanks, bud. Bestie. Okay, so another one of those things like yeah, just being involved and like, being proactive. All this event even happened, like the Summerfest and all that happened because I was just like, I really want to host an event. I got time. COVID's got the world shut down. I'm a convention guy. I've been working conventions for almost a decade. And I was kind of frustrated because and I've been attending conventions in 2007. So, like, here I am sitting at home during the pandemic, and I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere anyway. I know I can run one. So, like, I reached out to Tom because I had been planning for a long time to do one anyway. But then when I realized that Newgrounds was the right fit, it all came together. So, and then so it all starts with one person, right? It starts with me having an idea and going with it. And then I sent out the application. I had Tom's endorsement, and then I got Spook, who stepped up, and I was like, "Damn, look at your experience. I know those places. We know some of the same people. That's really crazy." Anyway, yeah, let's work together. And it just kind of compounds from there. And I mean, it's like a never-ending snowball going down a hill so long as people keep going in the right direction. So yeah, that's basically it. Let's see.
And to think I probably would have never met you if it wasn't for Newgrounds, even though we live so close to each other.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like, that's really crazy. Actually, we had like the same old stomping grounds and stuff. Damn, my ankle is swollen. Woo,
Oh,
that.
honey. Get more ice.
Oh,
Someone
man.
call the paramedics.
Medic. Anyway, yeah, I just like put my foot up on my leg and was like, oh damn, that does not feel like it normally feels. Okay, let's see. What kind of new activities and things would you want to try for the next one if there's been one, or if there is one? This is from Marble Mac.
All right. Hypothetically speaking. Um hmm. I like what we did in Summer Festival when it came to that live drawing event that we did, the character design one, the character design wars. Maybe something along the lines of that again. I personally would like to try to find a way to host a cosplay contest of sorts and do a cosplay contest because that's what I feel every con needs. How about you, Stan?
I would say I would really like to see more creative stuff being done, like being made. We had a great step in the right direction when we had people working on the summer animation jams, and so that was like kind of the purpose. Having that panel last time, we got to look at things people were working on. I would love to see more. Like we have the draw pile and stuff. A jam would be nice. But the problem is like, so what if we had like a weekend long game jam, right? But the downside is then you're missing the convention because you're working on a game. So, or something like that. But I would like to see more hands-on creative stuff from the community. I mean, unless you're hosting a panel, you're pretty much just a spectator, and that's a good thing because you're learning a lot. But you know, there's more that could be done. So yeah, definitely that. Let's see. Also, yeah, Marble Mac adds, I know there's been lots of thanks already, but I just want to say this was the first time I've ever gotten a chance to be a part of something like this, and this is definitely one of the best days I've had in a long time. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Umberman, what's the general qualifications to be staff? Just show up and help around?
Mm, not in my opinion.
When I picked, all right, when I was looking at the staff applications for Summerfest, I chose one single person from all the applicants, and that was Spook. The reason?
Hey.
Qualifications. What were those qualifications? Professionalism?
I'm professional?
Yeah. Well, look, your professionalism, your experience working the convention scene, the fact that I recognize places you talked about, like that was a convenient thing. It's like, well, I know these events, including these small ones, which means like you're the real deal. Because if you're helping out these little events too, that means that you're actively very involved in conventions. And so it's like really just it's need based kind of. We didn't really have a need for too many, and I mean Slimy was the only new person we brought on, and we actually had fewer staff members this time than last time because we realized we had too many last time. We didn't need them all. So,
that
yeah.
and Neko as well. Looking at Neko's thing, she had
Exactly.
experience, and
Yeah.
especially in the NSFW portion of it, fantastic.
Yeah, and so like she's kind of officially been our hentai queen. I always call her that, you know. She's our smut distributor because that's like her background, you know. And that's just again, sometimes people have different skill sets that line up, and you know, even if it's not art, that's okay. It doesn't need to be. Let's see. Fletcher EPS, first time doing this. Love this event, and both of you have been wonderful. But for hosting a panel, is there a limit to what it is, or what the most eye-catching, for example?
That's kind of another thing that's just honestly, for me, when I look at a panel, I want to make sure that you have, once again, experience. You're not just going on to host a panel to talk about yourself and your specific great journey. If I hate saying this because it comes off kind of jerky, but if you're not the most well-known person, it comes off as kind of like narcissistic. I kind of put those to the side.
For me, oh sorry, I thought you were not going.
No. Go ahead. I was going to pass it off to you.
Yeah, no, I mean for me, it's when I look at the panelists and the applications, you got to ask yourself like, what is the purpose of this panel? A lot of panels will be, I'm working on this project and I want to show it off for an hour, and like, that's just a 1 hour advertisement. What are you giving to the community? You know, what is the benefit? Slimy Goo, again, bringing him up, offers a workshop for an hour where you're learning something. And you see his art during it because it's part of his explanation, but he's not doing it to advertise himself. He's doing it to provide education. Anysloth, same deal, right? We have a lot of artists and creators who are just there contributing. And like, if your panel is showing your thing, then fine. I mean, a great example today of somebody who had like a good balance was Sheep's panel about fighting game characters. I mean, in the end, you guys got to design a character together, and like that's cool. We got to talk about like what makes fighting game characters, you know, what they are. So you know, if you're offering something that's actually applicable and helpful to help other creatives, that's something that, you know, we would rather see. Newgrounds community culture history. That's another thing. Like, you know, Rena Chan's panel was meant to be educational because how many people have the experience she has of working into the professional voiceover world at her level. You know, same thing with Kerbifer. He's done a lot of work in the past. Strawberry Clock, they've done a lot of stuff, and that's a community thing. The Clock Crew, right? So we give panels for that. But if it's just like, if you're just basically trying to promote your project and there's not an incentive for the community as a whole, I personally don't like those panels very much. because they
Oh, you
don't.
took the words out of my mouth and worded it so much better. Thank you,
You're
Stan.
welcome. Yeah, yeah, they don't really help the community as much, and so they're not going to be more likely to get approved. I mean, if you look at the panel schedule, look, you can look at Voices by Corey. The guy could have just done an hour of him being on camera and showing off, or it was educational. You know, he could have done either or, but he chose to do it in a way that benefited people. So, also Corey is a bit of a community icon. As another, that's like that helps too, right? People know who Corey is. He's very active in the community. He runs all the voice acting collabs and things like that. So, it's great. I do love that even though we didn't have a Newgrounds podcast panel this time, which I was it's unfortunate because I was kind of like hoping for it. But a chunk of the Newgrounds podcast had panels themselves, which was like, okay, well, this is cool with me too. That's great. So yeah, let's see. Oh, the most eye-catching examples. Yeah, like I said, community-oriented. Not a question, but from Micro Bihan. Happy Chinese New Year, and I hope you have good luck. A good day, luck, mooncakes, and bubble tea. Oh, thank you. I would love some like Thai
Oh,
iced tea
I
with bubble on
had
bottom.
some mooncakes. They were delicious.
Have you ever thought about creating Newgrounds Festival tokens?
Hmm.
That's an interesting idea. We'll have to get back to you on that. Uh, yeah, well, we'll talk more about that later. Skeleblammed, thoughts of the sub community you have fostered?
You're a bunch of heathens.
Well, I like it. I don't know. I ain't gonna sit here and insult you people. I think you guys are great.
No, they know. I love them with all of my little heart. But you're heathens.
Yeah. Would you accept a panel on vague shit posting? I think the exception to that would be if we know the person well enough to understand that it's not a fucking joke. Like last year, and ironically it didn't pan out. Also, like we had a bunch of music panels for, like I mentioned this time, and one of the panelists who we knew would have done a great job is like Safty, right? But because he hosted the panel last festival, I wanted to like that was the rationale like why we didn't give him the panel again, just because people could watch that panel from last time, and we have new people offering something different. So like that was not even a question of were you good enough. Like Saf's a great example of somebody who is good enough and does a great job, but because he previously hosted a panel on this subject, we wanted to let someone new do it. Same thing with me and Flash. Um, so yeah, I mean, but on the subject of a vague panel, Verbank's production prowess was the name of a panel application last time, and like, I know what Verbank does. I know who Verbank is. Verbank's a silly guy. I love Verbank, and I also was like quite comfortable with the panel because it was going to be Verbank and Safety. It ended up just being Safety, but that was fine. Let's see. Uh, Alt Puppy. I can carry up to 6 chairs, 3 in each arm. Can I be staff? There's your
Uh,
answer.
um,
You could be staff at like a restaurant, maybe.
maybe.
5
All
star.
right. What, just going back to it a little bit, backtracking. What we mean by experience is have you worked conventions before, live or online? What is your experience with that? Do you have any experience moderating? Just things along those lines.
Right. A good example might be like a Dungeons and Dragons game master has good experience for this sort of thing too. Like you
Absolutely.
never know. So it just depends on your background. And also how creative, like if you can understand the difference between the two, or like if you, sorry, what the hell am I saying? If you can understand like how to word your panel application or whatever application it is in a way that communicates to us that you understand how they're related, that's the difference. If you could tell me like, yeah, well, I've got experience. I was a Girl Scout and I used to run events with my local whatever. That's not necessarily convention, but you know what? If you ran events every week with the Girl Scout troop, then I guess that would count as an event experience, wouldn't it? So,
Yep, yep, yep.
you know, and I know a few of you are Girl Scouts, so
I'm
yeah,
gonna make a quick shout out to Skoger really quick. Good
yeah.
night. Sleep well. It was
Oyasumi,
wonderful having you here. Oyasumi nasai.
thank you, Skoger, for your awesome contribution to the animation as well. Um, are you asking me, are you a self-taught animator or you went to school? I did go to school, but not for animation. Everything I learned on Newgrounds and from Newgrounds animators. and from watching cartoons. So like my stuff, I'm not the greatest artist. I care more about delivering of jokes. And then if I am working on something that has serious art, I do know how to direct and ask for good stuff. I know how to direct timing of things in a cartoon, but my art skills are not up to par with that. So in most cases, like when I know I have somebody like Kibby, this is a great example, right? We talked in depth about the way the shivering tank man was supposed to be in the beginning. And even something as simple as the background stopping versus the background easing into its final stop. That was something I was like, all right, Kibby, let's go back in there. Please change the slowdown of the background to an ease in. So like I have knowledge of this stuff, and also because of my involvement in the Otamad community, especially Gachimuchi Pants Wrestling, like I have a lot of overlapping skills with all these different disciplines. But I started learning how to make cartoons in Flash, I guess in 2008 and 2009 when I was a ninth grader. I'd wanted to forever, but I finally got a computer that had Flash 8 on it. So that is what finally got me to make cartoons. And so like my understanding of Flash is like better than my ability to animate, like to draw. I when I was in college, I had an interactive design class, and the program that they used for interactive design was Adobe Animate. Oh, great. Well, maybe it was Flash still at that time. But it was funny because the professor for the labs, he was a programmer, not a Flash expert. So he knew how to program an action script. He knew how to program in general, but he didn't actually know the same level of depth of knowledge that I had on the program. So we actually would tag team and help the class like together. Because he described me as a Flash guru because I understood the complexities of nesting and movie clips and graphics and things like that, and tweening and like how it works in Flash, whereas he understood the programming interactive side. So it's just because I played around in the program for so long. I still make stuff like when I made the Burnt Face Man stuff for this collab, or when I made the Tankman stuff, that was all made in Flash. That's just what I'm comfortable in. So that's how I learned animation. It was studying people's tutorials, like Super Flash Brothers. They had tutorials. Yeah. Do you and Spook? How did you learn your animation? Because you make cartoons too.
A beautiful person called Picanjo.
Much love to Picanjo.
Much love to that beautiful, beautiful man. He has given me far too much confidence for my very shitty animation.
Yeah, definitely check out Spook's work in the Picanjers.
Don't do it, man. Just don't.
Kekiro says, "Am I a heathen?" Also, someone may have already asked this in a different way. If you do a future festival, what would you hope for out of the event?
One, yes, you're also a heathen. However, I still love you.
What would I hope for? What would you hope for, Spook?
What would I hope out of that event? I think I've stated it before, but I just want everyone to have a good time. I want to bring the community together closer. I want them to learn things they didn't know before and get that confidence and inspiration they need to keep pursuing what they love.
For sure. This is, and I forgot to mention, I mentioned like all the different guests. I forgot to mention Masako X as well, of Team 4-Star fame. Was also a special guest. I mean, I'm thankful that I work with him, because that was the reason I was able to get in touch with him and ask him to participate. And he's a great guy, and I'm really thankful he was here. But on that note, one of those things is like people get to connect with each other, right? So for me personally, like what would for Stan as an individual, I would like to see more opportunities appear for people to get opportunities, right? Like, I'm a voice actor and a bunch of other stuff, but like my primary focus of what I want to do with my future, I'm really passionate about voiceover and events. So, I would love for me to get more opportunities to be in people's productions. And
absolutely, I agree with that.
That's like hugely important for me and my growth in a career. So, if me doing this festival somehow translates to those kind of opportunities, like that is very valuable to me, because again, both of us are giving our time and our effort to make it, and we're not asking for anything back. So if it did somehow turn into something beneficial for our careers or us as just our lives, I think that would be like, wow, not only was it fulfilling on a personal level, but it also helped feed us. It helped us get further in our careers somehow. So that would be something like, from a selfish perspective, I would really be thankful for that.
No, no, I don't think that's selfish at all because where if it gives you opportunities as well, it gives everyone the opportunity.
That is true. I mean, and even then, like the idea that, Spook or myself could be recruited to work for other people's events, just because this is work that we are capable of doing, and like I said, we're a solid team, and we've talked about stuff and like, like this in general, outside of the fest. So, yeah, I would say just more opportunities in general to do what we do best and do what we love doing. And, when in doubt, just make it yourself has always been my philosophy. So, like, if you're not getting enough projects or you're not getting enough events, make it yourself. And that's how it comes to be. Okay, let's see. Sensible investment man person. How do you think you would go about advertising Newgrounds Festival outside of Newgrounds if you ever wanted to? Spook?
Outside of Newgrounds, but it's Newgrounds Fest.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really give a shit. Like, it's for the community. It's for Newgrounders and prospective Newgrounders, but like, you know,
But if I have to really think about that, if we were to go outside of Newgrounds, which I think that kind of defeats the point of what Standpie and I are trying to go for here, which is to highlight Newgrounds,
yeah,
to like, even if you look at the big names that we had, Rena Chan, Kerboffer, they're all associated with Newgrounds, even though they're big. They've gone on to do bigger and better things. They're still Newgrounds, and they're giving
exactly.
back to their community.
Exactly. And I mean, there are some exceptions, like where it goes a little bit outside of it. Like, okay, Tails Gets Trolled isn't a Newgrounds thing, but Laserbot, was brought in by, by Jenkum, who organized that whole thing. Jenkum's on Newgrounds. That's why the panel even existed. And I'm like, I've said this before. I am so immensely thankful, not just for the panel because it was really fun, but just because I got to meet Jenkum, who's like an
Great panel.
awesome, awesome person to be around. And was just always like, thank you for the shirt, like just making new friends, like that stuff is what it's about. So, why go outside of the community? Yeah, like it's for the community. I think if anything, we need to advertise it to the community better, especially people who are previously Newgrounders who thought the site is dead. I think like between the following things, according to most people, are dead: Tumblr, Newgrounds, Flash, Ska. All four of these things are actually still around in varying levels. So, yeah, shout outs to the Tumblr users, shout outs to the Newgrounders, shout outs to the skanks who are dancing to brass sections in punk rock music, and shout outs to all the people still animating in Flash because I love that. I love that software. Um, so yeah, I think the issue is advertising it to people who were on Newgrounds or are active and don't realize the events going on. I think that's really where the biggest challenge is. So I'd focus inward, not outward. Harpo the Great asks, Stampai, how did you get into Gachimuchi? My fellow brothers, I, Stampai, stand here humbled by the question before me, reminded of the sacrifices of my Nico Nico ancestors. It was one day in college, my roommate on New Year's Day came into my room. He said, Stan, you got to see this. And so I walk with him into his room. Or no, actually, I think I watched it in my room. He told me to open up 4chan and go to V on the video game board and look at the thing that was stickied on top. And there it was. The Ass Awakens, I believe I think it was The Ass
Oh
Awakens.
my god.
Hold on. I think it was The Ass Awakens or Your Ass. Hold on. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was The Ass Awakens. Yeah, it was 2015, so it was The Ass Awakens. That is how I got into Gachimuchi. I was already before that watching Nico Nico medleys and collabs and stuff, but I really didn't. I mentioned this during Kerboffer's panel. Like my first exposure to Nico Nico was actually the video he uploaded of a bunch of them singing the Nico Nico medley, and then later on in life, I found Nico Nico stuff and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. You know, I love these different videos. I love these anime and gaming songs. Like, this appeals to my interests. And then the gachi thing came across me, and it was like already the thing I was enjoying. And I had seen a couple gachi bits in it, but now I knew what gachi was. And like, to me, gachi was just so funny because similar to JoJo, it's also about like celebrating the male form, the male figure, masculinity, the physique. And sure, like, there's the whole like spanking and homoeroticism and explicit, like, gay porn material that it references, but it's also this creative thing. And if you really want to hear like my full rundown on my Gachimuchi feelings, uh I should be clear, I was actually mistaken about one thing. I said I only had 5 interviews on my YouTube channel, 4 of them being gachi people. I forgot. How could I forget? This is so silly. How could I forget this? I interviewed Shishi LaRue, the director of many different Gachimuchi related porns. I interviewed Akasan the baby. I interviewed Van Darkholm, and I interviewed Danny Resco, who's Kazuya. So I interviewed 4 people, but there's also one other person I interviewed, Mautendu, the YouTube pooper, the creative who makes things like, just all like, Super Spice Brothers and all sorts of awesome, amazing stuff on YouTube. I did like a 3-hour talk with him, and we both go back and forth about our love of the sources and his history with it, and also my history and what it means to us and why we like it. So if you would really like an in-depth answer that won't take up the Newgrounds Festival, go listen to my interview with Mountain Dew, and it's on the Standpie YouTube channel under the.
I love
interviews.
how you have a video dedicated to that.
Well, I mean, I've got several gachi related videos anyway, but I forgot about that interview, and it's like a really good look into both of our minds, because you could see like we like it for the same reasons, and we feel the same way about it. And it was just like, damn, look at the synchronicity here. This is awesome. That's why we got, it's how I got into it. Beyond that, like, as a participant, I felt like there wasn't a whole, I dreamed of being part of an IWF one day, International Wrestling Festival. And so like, that was my aspiration. So the first step was, I'm going to make a reaction video, and I'm going to make sure that I pass it around the community. And I reacted to the IWF 2016. And after I did that, it was passed around the IWF community. The creators, they saw my reaction. They thought it was pretty fun. And that's how I got to be friends with them. And then later I got to make commercials for the IWF collabs. So like, there are actually commercials that I'm in that I made, like Super Morale Odyssex. I could talk about this extensively. I apologize for how much this is not about the Newgrounds Festival. This is such like a Standspy specific thing. So yeah. I hope that answers your question. Kibby asks, what do you advise for aspiring panelists?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Give back to the community. Don't try to make it all about yourself, and don't use your panel time as, just as Stan said, a giant advertisement. Just give back.
If I can give credit to Rice Pirate once again for his panel was phenomenal. It was phenomenal because not only, yes, he's Rice Pirate, he's the famous Mick Lauer, but it was so informative about his creative process, and it was valuable. Like, he was showing people how he does stuff in his software. So I think that's really what it comes down to. Like, even if you become famous, like if you're teaching something, know your material. That's the big one. Like, just know your subject and you can talk about it. When Slimy's on stage talking about his art stuff and people ask him questions about colors and values, you can tell he knows his shit. That's what's important. So yeah, that, I hope, answers that question. Sensible Investment Man person. Once the lockdown's over, would these internet-only panels stop being as much of a thing? I don't know, maybe.
My answer too. Who knows?
Micro Behan, Stan and Spook, can we hear you sing an anime song? What you want to sing, Spook?
So the funny thing about that is, I'm actually entered into one of the, at a convention, I'm entered into one of those anime idol competitions where you cosplay and sing anime songs.
And what did you cosplay as?
No, it's coming up soon. I'm gonna be doing either Maka or Arachne from Soul Eater, and I'll be singing the opening of Black Paper Moon.
Let's see. So, yeah, can you? Well, will you sing some now for the audience?
Absolutely. I was gonna say, do you want to go first?
Yeah,
I was
go
just
for
gonna
it.
sing like the first one.
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
Forgive me, I haven't warmed up properly for singing. I didn't expect this question. I'm gonna step away from the mic a little bit. I'm falling down to my shadow. 息を潜めて待っている deadly night. Don't scary 魔女が描いたかぼちゃの馬車もその目に映せるから All right, we're gonna stop there. I'm not gonna keep going.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll do acapella as well. Let's see how this goes. Ahem, ahem. Say, say. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. 抱きしめた心のコスモ熱く燃やせ奇跡を起こせ傷ついたままじゃいないと誓い合った遥かな銀河ペガサスファンタジーそうさ夢だけは誰も奪えない心の翼だから先生や少年はみんな先生や明日の勇者 Oh yeah 先生やペガサスのように先生や今こそ羽ばたけ All right, there you go.
Hey, Stan.
Yeah.
When are we entering the Anime Idol competition together?
I don't know, man.
And blowing the competition out of the water?
知らないよ.
Oh, nagai.
Let's see. I got pings. Y'all didn't expect Saint Seiya. Nobody ever expects Saint Seiya.
I'm seeing a few requests in chat now for a Newgrounds Festival karaoke night.
Yo, that's a great idea.
That's a fantastic idea.
Okay, so like Pegasus concert last time was actually one of my favorite things also. Thanks for the Saint Seiya
so
posting,
good.
everybody. Y'all great. Yeah, and I know I sped it up a little bit, but I wonder like how early people realized I was doing Saint Seiya. Like it was during the but yeah, Pegasus concert last time was fucking amazing. And I will admit that like I also sing Newgrounds songs quite often on a weekly basis probably. I sing Sexual Lobster songs because they're just so catchy. I possess a gaping chasm that swallows all matter, a pit of gravity that grows fatter. Y'all can look up the rest. But I'm a big fan of those songs. Awesome. So if there are no more questions... Oh, any contests? Oh, no, actually, there are 2 more questions. 3 more questions. Okay. And then after that, we're going to cut off the questions. I think we can open things up for a little bit of...
Now we're gonna do the fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Thank you. Yeah, you guys have been sitting through us talking for an hour and a half. So, yeah, welcome to the Newgrounds Festivals podcast. No, okay. So Kekido asks, who is your favorite Fire Emblem character or Final Fantasy? This is important world-breaking information. Also, I need your social maiden name and the name of your first pet. I'm gonna pass on the second half of that question, but will answer parts of the first one. Do you know answers to yours for Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy? While you think about them, I've got some answers.
I have none.
Okay, well then I'll answer the Fire Emblem question first. I really like Berkut in Echoes, and from what I understand, he was actually a new character, so that's even more awesome. So yeah, big fan of Berkut. Owain and in Awakening, He's basically a JoJo with all of his posing and names and stuff. So Owain's probably my favorite among that crew, if not for also Laszlo, who I think he's named Laszlo in the follow up Fates. But anyway, so yeah, I like them. I really like and Celica in general. I think most of the cast of Fire Emblem Echoes was pretty awesome. So that's definitely an easy answer for me. As far as Final Fantasy goes, Final Fantasy VI, my favorite characters include Sabin, Gogo. I like Kefka a lot as well. And Final Fantasy VII, I actually do like Cloud and Sephiroth and like the whole cast, but my favorite character in 7 is actually Barrett. Final Fantasy X, maybe Waka. And Final Fantasy 14, it's tough, but I think it's probably Xenos Ye / Viator Galvis. I'm a big fan of Xenos Galvis. But anyway, also, yeah, just 14 in general's got a lot of good stuff in it. Like I like Hien and Gosetsu and so on. But yeah, Xenos, I've become something of a Xenos stan these days, which is like, I can say that because my name is Stan. So like, what does it really mean? But like, I think my last upload on YouTube was like literally, it's not a shit post. It's not a shit post. It's literally a dream I had that I made a video about, but it sounds like a shit post. And like one of my old roommates was like, bro, I'm starting to worry. Like, I don't know. Oh, how could I leave out Hildebrand? I love Hildy. And I'll tell you why I left out Hildebrand. It's because I actually haven't finished the Hildy quest line. I've only done the A Realm Reborn stuff. But anyway, Hildebrand's awesome as well. But Xenos is, I think, my most favorite of the cast in 14. And I mean, everyone loves Emmett Selk just as much as the next guy. But how many times do I need to hear blah, blah, blah? No, I want Xenos. Everyone likes Emmett Selk. Y'all can have him. I love him. I miss him. Like, every time he's not on screen. But, you know, I feel the same way about Xenos, if not more. Anyway, I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. Let's go. Yeah.
If I had to choose one Final Fantasy character over all the games that I liked more than anyone else, I gotta go with Yuna.
Good choice. Good choice. Oh, there it is,
No
Metal.
real explanation, no real explanation like Stan, but I really like Yuna.
I will say, and I've said this before, also, I do have a podcast, actually. It's called Standby Soapbox, and I've talked about Final Fantasy in, like, almost every episode, either Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. But I just think it's kind of funny, like, the Sephiroth thing. I've made a bunch of Final Fantasy parodies on Newgrounds, if you guys want to check those out. All right, let's see. Last two questions. Who's your favorite Newgrounds Extended Universe character? I think we may know Spook's answer, Keck.
Ha. 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 Stan, would you like to go first?
You know, son, I've seen a lot of walrus costumes in my day. Yours is above average. It's hard to pick between, like, Gooseman and others. I really like Gooseman a lot. I think he's hilarious. I also just happen to really like Chris Voight's voice and the voices he does for his characters. So like all of the Manhor Industries cast is like top tier for me. So it's hard to pick just one, but I think if I had to pick between the three, it's hard not to go with Gooseman just because he's so fucking funny. Though Fernando is just as, like, to me they're a duo, if not a trio with Tiffany. You know, and whatnot. What am I fucking saying? Anyway, sorry, I'm like delirious. Anyway,
I think we're both at that point.
Hey
so
there,
I think that you're guessing my answer.
I think I'm guessing your answer also based
you
on
are incorrect. One of my favorite extended universe characters at the moment is actually Suction Cup Man.
What's Suction Cup Man?
I adore the humor. I think it's the funniest shit.
That shit is funny.
The design is amazing, and the voice just gets me every time. However, you guys might be thinking it's Picanjo, but I have my own bias towards him because I actually know Picanjo and talk to him.
Yes,
a lot.
Not just in dreams.
Not just in dreams.
I also love Picanjo very much, very very much. And I think
So
the fact that I've always
that's where my bias for him comes from.
yeah, I think I've made it clear that I like Picanjo a lot because I've always made sure that he has a critical part in the animations as well, and like the whole Picanjo stuff during like the confession I made with Slimy and Grim.
Yes, Picanjo is a real person.
I love
Picanjo is a
Picanjo.
real guy. He's not just a character.
I'm so honored. I've had the chance to kiss Picanjo. We had an epic kiss. It was great. Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy? Dragon Quest, easy for me. Anyway, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be asked. This is just a statement. I don't think it's a question. I dabbled Blender a bit before. Oh, is there any single tutorial series the way Blender Guru always update? For what? For Flash? A program like Flash developed by people who care. I don't know, man. All you
and
fuckers
don't worry,
use CSP.
Puppy. I saw that you wanted us to read the entire thing. We're not going to read it out loud. I apologize. You are the god of very, very long explanation questions.
Abraham Lincoln said brevity is the soul of wit. So be quick about it. All right. Anyway, at this point, I think we're last question. Belyayev's Fox. Are contests something you plan on hosting in this server? I'm not against it.
Am I? As I said, I want to do something cosplay related. It's kind of where the root of my creativity is making costumes. So
if there was funding, then we could offer prizes. But at this point, we did host a contest on Halloween. There was a Halloween contest for and we had
cosplay.
The artists gave away art for the winners. So the big thing is having prize support, because otherwise, like, what do they win? Additionally, Coltrane gave a 1 month of Discord Nitro for the first place winner. So did not even have to go through like the long process that Coomgirl's character had to go through during the dubbing panel to get Discord Nitro. All you had to do was have the best costume. So
Neko, that was a beautiful costume. And I know Maya's tuned in on the YouTube chat. I stand by what I said.
Oh,
Fantastic
I loved it.
Costume.
I fucking loved it. I love that costume. Okay, so now we're going to move into the interactive portion that isn't just asking questions. If you want to call in on the stage, you can request to speak, and we'll let you say your words about the festival, just like last time.
Just like last time. You ready to be up until 2 a.m.?
All right, Chromacy, you're up first. And remember, folks, you will be blamed when we see fit. No matter who. Don't you say, oh no, Spook. You pulled out the blam icon more than me this weekend.
I did. Listen, they were being heathens.
So yeah, all of you are subject to blamming at our nearest convenience. But first and foremost, Chromacy, you are the first in line. You are live on YouTube. Yeah, do remember to behave yourselves. Here we go. Chromacy invited to speak.
Hi.
Hey, Chroma.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hi. How are you all?
Doing good. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm hoping my mic's not as loud as last time.
No, you're good.
No, not as much.
All right, cool. This weekend was awesome. I've learned a lot, and I really look forward to what more we have in store.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was short and sweet.
Oh. Yeah, so how did you guys said that you enjoyed your time, right?
Oh yeah. I mean,
absolutely.
Aside from my feeling physically shitty, I'm pretty happy.
Oh, okay.
Did you get more ice?
No, I would have to walk to the kitchen for that.
But don't worry, I didn't just eat cashews this time.
Yay, I'm so glad to hear that.
All right, I'm icing it. I got some ice left in my bag.
Nice.
All right.
There we go.
I'm not doing it, Stan. You got to do it
All
unless
right.
I'm
or she could do
requested.
you have the option of being blamed by us or just leaving the call.
You can blame me.
All right. Blam.
Oh, we're offering self-blamings this time. That's
yeah.
new.
I'm merciful. Everyone thinks that you're the nice guy. I mean,
I beg to differ. I am definitely not the nice guy. I'm
anyway,
more of the
speaking of not the nice guy, here's Alt Puppy. Come on in. Yeah, Neko, we'll put you in right after Alt Puppy. Come on in. Yo, go ahead and unmute yourself. Alt Puppy.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi, darling.
I didn't know if it would automatically give me like an open mic when I get accepted or whatnot.
Yeah,
But
open mic. There you go.
well, thank you. Thanks for taking me up, and also thanks for hosting the thing. This is the first event, online or offline, like on this type of like community basing that I've ever been to, and it's also like probably the coolest thing I've ever been to.
Glad you enjoyed yourself, man.
Absolutely.
But
You've been around all weekend, like asking all the important questions.
yeah, it's not only just because I like all these creators and all these topics. I'm just trying to also like find like my footing on what I want to like do, and this community seems pretty awesome. And I always saw whatchamacallits, Flash games growing up, and I'm like, wow, these things are pretty fun. I wonder how they go about making them. And I look up some of like the creators, and I'm like, wow, it's like they have like a whole network and everything. It's like website. It's like, whoa. I don't know. This is the first time I've like actively participated to any extent. So thanks for giving me the opportunity, and thanks for being patient with me and I guess everybody else who's posting like spring chat lane.
Yeah. Hey, as long as you're not posting lean in the chat, that if you're just spamming the lean picture, then I'm cool.
You're gonna
Y'all
get
know
them
who you are.
started.
I had zero
Yeah.
patience that night. I threw someone out of the server, but I let him back.
It was freaking what was his name?
I'm
Bacon.
not name dropping, bro. Come on.
I'm sorry, but I saw him and I was like, what's this guy's deal? I went to his Newgrounds. I went to his Newgrounds. Was like, wait, this isn't just like some random troll. He's just like he looks pretty what like I don't know
Yeah, he's
established.
not like some random troll. Like he's actually like a regular artist and like pretty well known on the site. Definitely a favorite over on the Newgrounds podcast as well. But it's just like
But
yeah, for
that was
some
the
reason he
funniest
tried
thing.
me.
Oh. I was like, what the?
Yeah, shit got silly.
I hope you do I hope you do host these type of things more in the future. I'll fucking attend every single one, no matter what.
Hoorah!
These
Hoorah! Yes, sir. Hoorah!
Of course, we will see what the future holds. And thank you so much for attending.
Absolutely, whatever you do, good luck, and thanks again.
Thank you. All right, you have the choice to leave yourself or have one of us throw you.
Please, pick me up by my collar and kick me out the front door.
Blam!
Oh goodness.
Thank you, Queen Boo, for posting the image I was referencing. All right, Neko, I hop on in here. What up, girl?
Hi, sorry.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, sorry, anxiety.
You're doing great.
But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me be a part of this again. It's been amazing, like every time that this has happened, and I want to do it again. Anytime, just let me know. I'll
And I
do
just
more
want
degenerate
to- I
stuff.
don't think NSFW would be the same without you.
Nah, you're reliable for all that.
Yay! Yeah,
you're our go-to degenerate,
hell yeah. You
Sure.
can't see it, but I dabbed.
I can feel it.
Like, feel the dab.
I can feel it dabbing in the air tonight.
Oh,
Anyway,
Any-
how do
anyway,
you want to
yeah,
go about this? Yeah.
pardon?
How do you want to go about this? You want to blame from me? You want to blame from Spook? You want to blame yourself? What you want to do?
Blame me.
All right.
I get blamed.
All right, I'll do it. Blame. All right, here comes Mr. Fatso.
Yo, what up? How's it going,
Hi,
guys?
Tom.
Yeah, it's this marks the first like NG festival thing I've like actually participated in, and I gotta say it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I did I kind of like watched the YouTube one, back when we were doing the summer festival thing, but it's been pretty nice to actually come in, listen to the panelists and all that on NG, get to ask their questions directly. I mean, having Kira Buckland, or I think that's the last name.
Yeah.
Fucking voice of 2B, and now
Sussy
Jolene.
Baka.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. And of course, also, you gave me a very, very special role on the Discord server now. So
You've
I'm
earned
very
it. I'm proud of you, son. Proud of you, son. You're gonna go places.
I swear to God, man, that well, it was like the first dubbing session we did. That was a lot of fun. And then the second one just became a little too much for me. I know you got mad when we couldn't like read the fucking list, and I forgot it was pinged. I was like, oh shit. And then I think afterwards I just got really nauseous. I was like, I wasn't drinking any water. I just talked way too much, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't feel good. I have to leave for a moment. But I mean, outside of that, it's been great. It's been a fun time. So yeah, that's kind of it for me, really. I mean, that's pretty much it. You can basically kick me out now. You can blame me. You can blame me up the ass now.
All right. Oh, let me think about how I want to go about this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame you. Blame. Awesome.
Oh, I
Next
can't
up is
stand you
Miro
guys
Art.
sometimes.
Miro Art, you are welcome to the party. But first, you must accept the invitation to speak.
While we have this moment, I'm going to remind you guys to drink some water.
Dude, I ran out of water.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me speak?
Hi.
Hi, Miro.
Hello? Hi, everybody. Hi. All right. So, first of all, I just want to say Dragon Quest over Final Fantasy.
Do it again.
Good.
Yeah, you're cutting out like every other word.
Oh, God damn it.
Fuck.
Hi. Can you hear?
Sort of. Anyway, to answer your question, Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I'm saying good.
Yeah, it's like cutting out.
God damn. I just wanted to say thanks again for hosting this panel. Sorry, this whole festival, and thanks again for contribute to the festival animation.
Yeah, brother. Absolutely.
It just God, it was just a blast working with y'all again, and I'm hoping to do it again sometime in the future. So,
right on, man.
Sometime soon, hit me up. If gonna do this, gotta make sure to hit me up.
Yeah, Tomago says, question for Miro. Beefy men.
Oh? Yes, dude. Like, fucking Sam got me into Gachimuchi. Hell yeah.
You got me, Nana.
It's all about the male form, man. Heck yeah.
Excellent. All right, Miro, prepare to be blamed.
Oh.
That was so clever. Good choice. Brecky, you're on the air. Oh, no, you're not. Slimy Goo just fucking jumped the line.
Yeah.
Brecky,
Hey, you said I could, man.
I did, but you gotta let us know at least so I don't invite someone else on.
Surprise, Slimy
I
Goo.
wanted it to be a surprise and all. So I thought it would be funny to follow up Decepticon Myro over there.
Yeah. All right, you're up. What's up, player?
I don't know. I'm just I guess a hearty congratulations are in order. You know, we did it. You did it again. We did it a second time. It didn't go tits up. You love to see it. You love to hear it. Hope everyone else has fun. And Stan, don't you worry. The Lean Stan fan art is in the works.
Oh, thank you. I will say, you don't have to correct it to you did it again, Slimy, because you were a panelist last time. You did art for the festival last time, and now you're formally staff and etc. But you've absolutely been a critical part of making these events. So there's no you. It's definitely we.
I got too much time on my hands, buddy. It's just how I choose to use it.
Well, you think we don't also? It's part of the problem.
I mean, yeah, fair. You got me on that one.
Yeah, when I stopped working at my last job, I was like, oh man, that means I have time for the festival. Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody look out for Lean Stan on the front page. It's gonna be tight.
Don't forget my top hat.
No, don't worry. It's gonna be prominent.
Right.
Should I have it like going off the page like Doug Dimmadome?
I don't know, man. You fucking figure it out. You're the artist here.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, bring in the next goober. I'm out.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, Brecky. Brecky, there you go.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. All right, I sound good and everything.
I'm fucking dying, bro. I'm coughing. I'm coofing.
All right, let me just say again. Thank you guys so much for hosting this. I've had such a wonderful time here, and it's just been like so much, and I've learned so much. I didn't even know Picanjo was like a real person, like Spooks pointed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
man, to
yeah.
conjure.
And once again, just no, don't refer to me as a Piconjure. I'm not a full
Oh, no, I
Piconjure
said
yet.
Tepiconjure. No, I wouldn't say you are. You're
Oh,
projecting.
thank God. Oh,
I totally get. I totally
You're
get
like an executive producer.
I am an executive producer.
that.
But you can find him on Newgrounds. Just type in the name.
All right. All right, I got him followed and everything. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for everything, and it's been wonderful.
You got it. All right,
All right.
arrivederci, blam. Rick Steubens. Rick Steubens. Where you at, player? It's your turn. What you doing? Are you gonna make me sit here and wait for you or something? Huh?
Do,
All right, you fucking jabroni. Oh, there he is. What's up?
Sorry, the fucking pop-up took forever. What's happening for him?
Hey, welcome.
Hey, it's equals 3. Fucking, I just want to say thanks, man, because I started off on Newgrounds just treating it like an archive to shove all my fucking crap into. And you guys have done a wonder for just getting people more involved in shit. This is a nice community. I have no idea why you guys do this shit for free. You should be getting paid hourly. Yeah.
Hey, if you want to do something about it, you guys can send us money or something. I don't know.
I'll send you a fucking pizza, man. It's all good.
Hey, that sounds
Anyway,
good to
yeah.
me.
Thanks.
Cheers. Have a good one. Get
Thanks,
some
bro.
fucking rest.
I don't know about all that.
All right, blame my ass. I'm fucking done.
Keki, baby, where are you going? Where are you? Hello, Keki. Hello,
Oh, there's a
bestie.
pop-up for it. Hello, bestie. I really wanted to say that this weekend was really great. Thank you for letting me try and give a panel. That was fun. I'm glad that I can help out with this, even if it's a small bit. And everyone's like really inspirational to like see all the artwork that everyone makes, and just everything everyone does. And so
Everything by everyone.
this community really helped me advance my artwork and just kind of get into a better place. And so
Yo,
I'm glad to be here.
it's a really good point you bring that up, because I think we were talking about this before. And I mean, you could see it in everybody, but compare everybody's art from the Summerfest to now, and like you can see the growth people have had, which I think is really awesome. But also, I'm curious how much of that is because we've all been around each other and kind of enabling one another to improve.
I think this community definitely gives like a lot of more useful feedback to each other.
Absolutely, and you know how I feel about your colors; they're absolutely stunning.
Yes. I'm excited to see Lean Pie, honestly.
Just go to general chat. Just you'll see it. It's great.
It's in general? Oh, that's lovely.
I was gonna say, like, I looked at it at a glance and I was like, "What the fuck is this? This looks like some fucking Doobus Goobish shit." And it is Doobus Goobish shit.
Okay, I've composed myself a bit.
I knew, like, you heard you start laughing about something. I didn't realize what it was. Yo, Squid Jerky, you're fucking funny as always.
Oh, Mina, that's so cute.
But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and this is really fun.
Thank you
I'm
for
going to
everything you've done.
blame myself preemptively because you can't do it. Love you.
Love you too,
I'm
baby.
stopping right now to save that picture by Mina Sagas because
so
it is so good. I'm so thankful every time you guys draw me. It means so much to me.
So am I. It's weird.
Dude, I'm just like, I'm glad that I ended up... It's funny how it ended up being this outfit, the fucking Kurayami dance outfit, which also looks like a Bloodborne coat, so like it's a win-win either way. Man, all right. Next up, we've got Mello. Yo, Mello, you gonna tell us about how we're not supposed to be eating ramen with a fork or what? There you go. Welcome.
You
There we go.
are.
Well, I'll be the millionth person to say it, but big thank yous from Expankies to you two and everybody else for making this event possible.
Yeah.
I haven't been a big participant in the Newgrounds community, but this Winterfest thing got me really hyped to just try stuff I haven't before. Like that mixed media panel today was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, that was a really great panel, and I think exposing people to new art styles and disciplines is probably one of the greatest benefits of being on Newgrounds. Highly recommend everybody continue to just look at what people are making.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel ready to make new stuff and see where this little Newgrounds community stick goes.
Right on. Well, glad to have you part of the team.
Fuck you, Luke.
Oh, that's not me.
Fuck you, Luke,
I'll
man.
blame myself.
Why don't you get it out at the jabroni outfit? You see, that's the thing. If somebody yells that to me, I immediately just start going gachi, so it's really fine. I don't take offense to it. I think it's an opportunity. All right, next up, we've got Marble Mac.
Hello.
Hello.
Do I sound
What's, what's player? Player.
all right? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay, hello. Sorry, I didn't know my audio quality was okay. All right, well, I just want to say, I've said this like 100 times already and in the chat and stuff, but I only was here for the last day, but I have had like the best day ever, and it was amazing to get to see and learn so much, like from these panels that I was able to attend. And like it was just like I didn't expect to be like smiling like a dumbass all day, just like thinking about how much fun I was having with it. And like everyone here is so nice. Like it was previously mentioned, like, oh, you know, people don't like people here are actually really nice, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. And no, yeah, I just want to say it was really great, and I appreciate you guys and all the hard work you did to make this thing come together.
Thank you. Really appreciate
Thank
you.
you so
Appreciate your
much.
kind words.
Yeah, I'm glad.
The last thing I can say is, you know, you didn't get to do all 3 days, but the last 2 days are on the YouTube channel, and we will be adding the timestamps shortly after we're done. So
Yeah, I'll
just
definitely go check those out.
Definitely, yeah. Just kick back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have been here. Thank you guys a lot.
Happy that you're here. Alrighty, thank you.
All right.
Blam. Maya la cookie.
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened? You got like, hold on. Let me try again. Yo, what up? What up, Maya?
Oh, hello.
Hi, baby.
Ohio.
I'm sorry, I'm doing multiple things at once. I'm doing homework.
Hey man, I've been doing multiple things at once all weekend.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I just want to say it's been really great doing helping out for the opening animation, even if I did just a little bit. And it's been really fun, even though I just wasn't able to participate in a few panels just due to some issues for myself. Actually, last year was so like this year I've been a lot more active in Newgrounds. And I've been just sort of surprised, like my Tom shitting art getting front page. That was a big surprise for me. So
I forgot the Tom shitting thing was something that happened.
Dude, yeah, Tom working and browsing from the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be front page, and I was like, oh my god! I was like freaking out.
Tom poops. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
no wonder he has to play it safe with all these people here. Sensually, that's funny as shit, Bacon. All right. Oh, the irony. I don't think Bacon's even in the call, and he's posted it in the panel general chat. Anyway. Oh man, I can't believe Bacon's not hanging out with us. Man, he's too cool. All right. Anyway.
Oh,
All right.
Well, just thank you for doing this festival and doing the other one. It's been amazing and probably my main reason why I've stayed on Newgrounds for
Hey, well,
it.
thank you
So
for your involvement with both the animation and the fest, man. You're
yeah,
awesome.
I really hope I can do more in the future. That would be amazing. Or even doing a panel. I have a panel idea. So
Awesome.
all right, you can blame me now.
All right, it shall be done. Bye bye. Blam. So yeah, they're talking about making a Tom pooping zine, and I said it should be like a zine to read on the toilet, you know. All right, Manly Potato. Let's go, Pot. It's time for Manly Potato.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Our daddy taught us not to be ashamed of art closing ceremonies, especially since you're such a good size and all.
Yeah, I see that. Your daddy gave you good advice.
It gets longer when I invite people to talk on it.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I invite so many people, I break the YouTube limit.
Well, my daddy taught me a few things too, like how to not break the YouTube limit by using someone else's stream instead of your own.
Would you show me?
I'd be right happy to.
That was great. Yo, shit post aside, yeah, if you want to come back in, come on back in. I had to time it right, you know. All right, I just sent you the invite.
90% of comedy is timing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I firmly agree with that. Even like the most subtle of frames, I'll obsess over it. I was talking with Gabo about this for the opening animation. Anyway, what's up, man? Tell us some good stories.
Yeah, well, see, I'm also just going to continue the train by once again thanking you guys. And I really didn't know what I was going to get into as someone on the periphery of all this sort of Newgrounds stuff. And going into it, you know, hanging around before it even started, I was already meeting new and interesting people who were cool to talk to. And then when the event started, the first thing I really noticed was that whole Tom Poops thing. And here's where I thought, oh, so that's how it is. But in a good way, I assure you. I was just astounded by how approachable everyone was and how like together it all was. Everyone was so inspired and so enthusiastic and willing to sort of collaborate and work together. And I found that to be infectious, you know, and I think that's the story for a lot of people. In some ways, this entire thing, probably the dubbing was one of the things that allowed me to take some of my first steps into, I don't know, pursuing hobbies and passions, I guess.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And so to anyone listening who's wondering whether or not they should sort of get in on this whole thing, I think that they should definitely do it because, well, it can seem very nerve-wracking and almost like you're stepping on a cliff, off a cliff. You'll land in a bed of feathers. Everyone here is so nice. And when they say you can reach out and ask them any question, anything, they really mean it. So go ahead and do.
Thank you. That was beautifully said.
Yeah. Let's see. Stan,
Yeah.
get well soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Remember to lift, ice your ankle, make sure that it stays mobility. And if it continues giving you trouble, get it checked out.
Yeah, I'm getting an X-ray this week for sure.
Yeah. And Spook, we never talked, but I'm glad that you're staying hydrated.
Well, are you staying hydrated too?
No. Do as I say, not as I do.
You're honest.
Well, it's good to have you here, man. And I know like you ended up coming here because somebody else like was like, "Yo, man, come check this out." But yeah, I think you fit right in with the party. So
yeah, Rick was totally an enabler.
yeah, good. Well, welcome aboard. All right, prepare to be blamed.
Live free or die.
Die.
Are you having fun blaming people? Did you miss this?
If the timing is good, yeah, it's enjoyable. All right, next up is Gloom Girl. Should have a little invite. It used to be you had to like remove people entirely. Now you can just move them to the audience. That's really
I know, it's fantastic.
nice update, quality of life. All right, Gloom Girl, what are you willing to do for some Discord Nitro?
Oh no. My brain. Okay, sorry. Sorry if you hear background noise. That's just my roommates.
Hi.
Hi, roommates.
Hi, Kevin.
So
Hi, Kevin.
hi. I just wanted to talk about how great this was. I don't know. I haven't been as motivated lately, and just having this little festival gave me some inspiration and motivation. So that's pretty great. And I don't know. I'm still really shy, but I feel like doing the hentai dubbing. I mean, the NSFW dubbing, of course.
It was hentai. Let's be real.
Yeah. I think that really helped a little bit, and having all the encouragement from you guys, especially you, Stan and Spook. So that was really nice, and I really appreciated that.
Gonna say right now, those art pieces were 10 out of 10.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much.
Keep doing what you do, love.
Yeah. In your dubbing quality, not just the material, but like the actual voice work. Yeah, you definitely got a great voice, and you're great on the microphone. Not just begging for Discord Nitro.
What's funny is I actually did get that Discord Nitro, so you can you can
Which
thank
one of you heathens?
you can thank my alter ego Kumgorl, of course, and and who was it? It was, I believe it was Xeno Cowboy. Is the one who graciously gifted me Nitro for my efforts.
That's
so
fucking hilarious. You see, this Gloom is getting more money than we are.
I know, it's nuts.
But yeah, it was really cool. I really hope that we can all like have our little community and collab and stuff. That would be really cool. We've been in the talks of some little mini collabs and stuff, such as, you know, the Tom Poops and everything. So
that's fucking hilarious.
That's fantastic.
Let's see. I'm all right. Listen, I'm gonna see. I'm looking at the people posting. Mello, I'm reviewing your stuff on your art page, and I think you lied in your description. Shame, shame, shame. Not a single instance. Not a single instance. Oh, just when you posted your now you've edited it. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, I don't think I didn't fucking see that. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in, Gloom Coom Girl. Enjoy the Discord Nitro. And enjoy getting blammed sideways.
Alright.
It's funny you're mid-sentence. Alright, Queen Boo.
Alright. And preemptively, I'm going to call this one. I would like to blam this one out of existence myself. I make an exception for
Hello.
Queen Boo.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you, Pumpkin?
I'm great. First off, thank you, Stan, for letting me work on the animation, and with the blast, just being overly ambitious, and you have to fucking shut me down.
My pleasure. Sorry, I was giving somebody a hard time in chat.
Uh-oh.
But no, yeah, dude, seriously, I cannot overstate how valuable having you on the team was, man. Like, it's just, you stepped up in so many ways and did so many pieces more than you needed to. And yeah, people are posting they're posting piss pico in chat. That's okay.
Because they know it would piss me off.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. As long as he's not
Hi, little
as long as he's not peeing on you, I think you're okay.
I can do.
Hi, little Spook. How you doing? I'm so sorry you have to see my bullshit all the time.
No, you're my favorite little heathen, the most troublemaker little heathen, right under Skeleblammed.
Okay. But for real though, I had a blast going to this online convention. Like, oh man, uh, I was well, man, like throughout the whole 6 months, I think I've had a lot of growth on Newgrounds more seriously more than I thought I would because when I last time when I was on here, I was only about like 100 and something fans, but I'm up to like 371, and I'm like, oh my god, and it just keeps going because because I get myself involved with a lot of things, and I feel very supported here. I feel very supported on Newgrounds, and I cannot be more grateful that I'm a part of this community and that my contributions are really helping out. And it's such an honor, and I'm glad. I'm just grateful to be a part of the server as well.
Grateful to have you, man.
Beyond grateful. It wouldn't be the same here without you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On
You
that
are
note,
free to
though,
blame me.
perfect. I'm going to take
Go,
great
little
pleasure
Snoop,
in this.
go!
Retired. All right, Kibby Supreme. Kibbles and bits. What's going on, player? Yo, Kibby. Kibby Supreme.
Hello.
Which is Supreme Clothes. Can't hear you, dog. It's...
Oh, they're really. I can hear them, but your mic
I can't
is
hear
so
anything.
low, Pumpkin.
I can't hear
It's
anything.
official. They died.
Oh man. All right. Kibby, come back later. I'll let you in when that you can just jump back in line, but we're gonna bring the next person in. I'll bring you in once your stuff's working. Sachiko Fox. Yo, what up? Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep it short and sweet, but I just really wanted to say that this was a really good weekend. I actually feel inspired to actually make more things and even try new things, and I hope I can be more involved with this community because everyone here is just so lovely to be around here.
So are you. Got him. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for being here for both events and for being part of the server for all this time. You know, this is one of the things, like, we have certain people who we definitely recognize have, like, always been here, you know, and are still active throughout the year, and definitely you're on that list.
Thanks, you guys. That actually means a lot.
Yeah, well, so does your engagement. Awesome. Any final words before you get blamed?
Nope, other than, and see you on the flip side.
All right. Flipped blamed. Mar Bardan. Oh no, Kibby's back. Kibby's back. Sorry, Mar. Yo, what up? What up, Kibby? Kibby. Not like this, Kibby. Damn, bro. I don't know what's going on with this.
This is so sad.
Your mic
Alexa,
is like
play
botched.
Greensleeves.
Sorry, homie. Check your what your voice input device is real quick. Or make sure you're not on like push to talk or something. I don't know. Mysterious. Knock you out. I'll be back. Marbardan. What up, dude?
Hello.
Nothing much. Just got back from work and I'm extremely fucking exhausted.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because I couldn't even attend like 2 days. I could only do the one on Saturday, which actually wasn't that bad. Cause at least we got Pikachu, we got me and all them, so that was nice.
Well, you were here. You got to play
I get to play what was it? What you call it?
Dub.
I played the Antifa person during the anti-dub. I did the closing, which was complete ass because I was like extremely tired. I had no way to improv. So there was that. And it was just complete silence, like, I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna get screwed now. Oh. And yeah, that's basically it. I was just like really so it sucks I wasn't even able to like attend like all of it.
While it does suck you weren't able to be here, just remember you can check out everything over on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's true. Whew.
Well, thanks
All
for
right,
popping
so-
in, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let someone take over because I don't want to waste everyone's time.
A noble sacrifice.
Yeah. Anyways, everyone play Cashew when it comes out. Oh, not to self-advertise. Okay, bye.
Yo, he blamed himself. I didn't even get to click it. Holy shit. All right, last call to join the line. I'm gonna close it in 5 seconds so that only the people who are already in line will be able to talk.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. All right, it's closed. Kibby, obviously you're an exception to the rule. Everybody else get fucked.
Oh my God.
What?
Who are we waiting on?
Momiji Matcha.
Momiji, hi.
What up? Speak, Momiji Matcha. Arise.
Da-na-na.
Arise, Momiji Matcha. Arise, chicken.
I'm literally talking.
There you go.
There you
Oh,
go.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
What's up? I got a roommate and I had headphones on, but now she has to hear me talk to you. So sorry, Emily.
Yeah, sorry, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
She says I'm being too loud. I gotta whisper. Okay.
You don't have to whisper, just don't yell.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm really excited.
It's okay.
Anyways,
She wants to be on the call too? Like, come on.
Emily, tell them how much you love Newgrounds. Isn't Newgrounds the best?
I don't know anything about Newgrounds.
She says she loves Newgrounds. Anyways, thanks for hosting this thing, like, for real. When I moved up north, my only friend was, like, my roommate, and I left all my friends behind, but then this baller-ass fucking convention happened. I was like, hey, gee, free friends. This is so cool. Because Friday Night Funkin' got me back into Newgrounds. I was like, shit, is that the website I used to go on when I was little that scared the shit out of me? I'm going to rejoin it because it looks cool. And honestly, Newgrounds is the most supporting, open, like, creator-centric website I have ever had the privilege to be a part of. It's just so cool. When I say it promotes, it's like more inspiring than college could ever be. Is that like in college people are like, shit, I'm just going to class because I have to, and I gotta graduate. I hate my major. Da da da. On Newgrounds, it's everyone like, listen, I love this, and this is my favorite thing, and I'll teach you how to do it for free because I'm cool and epic and super talented. So it's like just the drive and inspiration you find here is crazy, and you don't see that shit anywhere else.
Yeah, we're pretty blessed to have such an awesome community of people willing to share and teach and make this all happen, you know?
Yeah, especially you two. I am very grateful that you exist and that you help this thing, and just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
All right.
Thank you for attending.
And I would be honored for you to blame me.
Okay, it shall be done.
Hell yeah. Goodbye.
Arrivederci. Okay, let's see. Who's up next? Harpo the Great.
Hi, so I want to start by saying I came across this festival on a whim. I hadn't been on Newgrounds in around 5 years, but stumbled back onto the site like a month ago and saw the homepage banner advertising Winterfest, and thank God I did. This festival's been real neat, it's been a hell of a lot of fun. So I want to say thanks for bringing me back in the loop. Glad to be involved in the
That was epic. That was absolutely fucking epic.
Fantastic.
Dude, that was so good. All right, next up we've got Fletcher EPS.
Hello.
Howdy, partner.
Hi.
How are you fellas?
I'm fucking exhausted. How are you?
Alive.
Pretty good. I just want to make this a short one just by saying that it's my first time just being at this event, and it was just super fun just to see people's panels. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the kind words, and just in general, like thanks for taking the time to tell us and sit in line just to tell us that, man. Thank you.
Ditto.
And now I don't want to get blamed, so
Okay.
see you later.
Bye. Micro Bihan. Yo, happy Chinese New Year.
Hello?
Hello.
聞こえますか? Hello?
What's up?
Hi. よかったです. Hello, I'm speaking. I'm actually work from home and I'm gonna make this fast, and I just want to say thank you because it has been fun even though I didn't get to attend day 3, and I hope more to come, and I'm just gonna I hope someday I get to join the animation because I really want to be a part of it. But then again, I'm vigilant and of looking for to contribute to the panel. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your art.
Thank you so much, Love.
Yeah, really love it. And obviously, like your just overall enthusiasm during Mina's panel too.
Hi. I actually helped her in the songs because I have Asian friends. I am Asian myself, and I said that the songs actually has really good meaning, really regarding the steps, and that's why I got into indie K-pop or something. So
Okay.
you can blame me. Yeah, bye.
All right, later, Bihan.
Yeah, bye.
I felt bad blaming. I don't want to blame everybody.
I know.
Okay,
do you
rude
need
boy.
to turn it over?
No,
do
I'm
I need to
I'm
put
over
on
it.
my
It's
mean
fine.
face?
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello,
can you hear
Bihan.
me?
Yes. Hello.
Oh wow, okay. So first, I do want to thank you guys so much for doing this and letting me in, even though I was a little late. Sorry about that.
Now you
No,
But
that's perfectly fine.
I really want to encourage myself to be more creative and active on Newgrounds and everything. So I hope this sort of drives me to do so, and I want to contribute next time if I can. So thanks again, you guys, and Ska's not dead.
Oh yeah, my man.
All right,
Pick it up.
catch
Pick
you
it
later.
up. Blame it up. All right, Chromosome.
Also, just giving you a heads up, Kibby let me know in general that they resolved the issue.
Awesome. As soon as we're done with Chromosome, you'll be invited to speak.
Hey, all
That was
right.
fucking
Slow
hilarious.
down the applause, okay? I'm just saying, I don't deserve the cheering. Those Spook and Senpai, they deserve the cheering. So cheer a bit for them, yeah. Just a bit. I said a bit. Just not. That's a bit much. That's stop. But I do appreciate the festival. It's a very, very nice place, and it's allowed me to meet people that have helped me out a lot with Newgrounds and art. And other than that, I have one more note. Be sharp.
Beautiful. Kibby Supreme, you've been invited to speak. There you are.
Deep, dark fantasies. I swear to God, I feel like every single Winterfest panel, I'm gonna have some sort of audio curse that will fuck me over. But Stan, Spook, thank you so much for being the organizers, as well as for your work for the Newgrounds Fest again. I love being back here again, and I'm very happy to have participated in this Fest's animation again, as well as seeing familiar faces and new faces on the project. You know who you are. So the panels you hosted for this fest were spectacular. Even if I sadly couldn't participate in all of them like last time, I'm stuck on a rock in the middle of the ocean, and the distance between the time there and time here does force me to get up pretty early to participate. But looking forward to the next fest, and just expect me to participate again in this upcoming Summerfest. I'll be there. You'll see me there.
Right on. Well, hopefully there is a Summerfest, so that doesn't mean nothing. All right, it's time to get Kid Blam Supreme.
Yeah, Blammy, I'm sorry for holding you guys' time up several times.
Nah,
My
you good,
goodness.
you good. Crassus, my 3D animator pal.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, oh no, we lost Spook. Well, you got
Oh.
me. Hey, buddy.
Oh, well, I just want to say it's been great participating this year. It was definitely the bit of motivation I needed. It's been a real pick me up.
Glad to hear it, man.
There's been a lot of great panels this time around, especially that one that Lewis held at the very start. I was interested in getting into game dev, so that was definitely really interesting. I just want to say thanks to you, Spook, and everyone else on the staff team for the great con this time around.
Hey, absolutely, and keep up the great work, man. You know, you've been making stuff all throughout the year between the Summerfest and now. Thank you for having me be a part of some of your productions. I'm really grateful for that as well. And just in general, man, like, you know, seeing there's a lot of a certain kind of 3D on Newgrounds these days, which makes me have to turn off the adult tag. But yours is not that kind of 3D, and it's always a pleasure to watch. So
Thank
thanks
you
for that, man. Yeah, I hope you'll continue to make original productions, and from time to time, if I get to be in them too. Really glad I got to, and to have you making something so unique on the festival animations. It's really special, man. Thank you.
That's incredible to hear, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Don't go yet. Spook looks like she's back.
All right. So you guys are going to have to deal with shitty phone audio because something happened to my internet.
Uh-oh.
Rip your ears. Sorry.
It seems fine.
Alrighty. Well, welcome back, Spook. You missed the heartwarming back and forth between the two of us, but if you have any words to share as well, there was a lot of love from
If there was a lot of love, I'm going to give the love right back. Thank you so much for attending. You're always a pleasure to converse with in the server, and I just hope you all in all.
And she muted.
Oh shoot! Now I'll never know how that sentence ended.
Like, blamed yourself. Poor Spook. Self-blame.
Yeah. Anyway, that's as much
Alright,
as
Crassus. Well, you have the freedom to be blamed or to set yourself free.
I think I'll just blame myself.
Alright.
You guys have a good one.
You too, buddy. Next up, Colonel Zach.
Dear God, this is a nightmare, Stan.
Nah, you ain't dreaming yet.
All right. My internet is now back.
Colonel Zach, what's up, playa?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, well, I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys again for like making a really kick-ass festival. It's like been really inspiring and like really cool to be a part of again. So thank you guys for that. And I also want to thank the people for like the animation opening. Like again, I got to be a part of it, which I'm like very thankful for, especially getting to work with so many talented people again, like old or new. And thank you for letting me be a part of something like really cool. So
Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for fighting through your illness to finish what you could, and for being so professional about it. You know, when we talked about things like reassigning parts, for the sake of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, like you handled it with such grace, and I'm just so thankful that you were like understanding and cool about it. Because it was never a thing about like you. It was just, damn, we're running out of time. Shit, poor guy's sick like I was, man. Oh God, I hope that you're on the mend. You know, it's been definitely an experience for me too to deal with that shit. So,
oh yeah, like it's all good. Like I knew I wanted to get it out because I know we were kind of getting crunched for time, and I'm glad I was like heading out to like Chiplo because he did like an amazing job on like the scene I was going to do. So, I'm just appreciate your patience with it because it hit me like a truck. I'm like, I want to get this done, and I was like, nope, no, you're not. You're going to be out for like a week and a half. I'm like,
exactly. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks of fucking chaos. So I know it well. I'm glad you lived. I'm glad you lived, bro.
Yeah, same to you.
Thank you. Oh man. All right. Well, Blamaroni.
But get me out of here.
Done. Devoid Gazer. Devoid Gazer, you are now invited to call.
Devoid Gazer, please step into the arena. Dan.
Here
Hello?
we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Oh my god. I didn't notice the notification. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what?
So sorry that I didn't get in here sooner. Oh my god. It's like my first time talking out loud to anyone or yeah, basically. Well, no. Okay,
Ever?
sorry.
That's crazy. You spent a whole life in
Well,
silence?
we're happy to have you.
Okay, first off, I just want to say thank you so much to you two. Like, I think I'm just gonna call back to the Summerfest, and you know, I think I reached out to Stampai so I could join in on the trailer, and you've just been so kind and accepted me, even though I barely had anything to show, really.
Well, you did such a great job with the Summerfest. I knew that you do a great job on the Winterfest, so I knew I definitely wanted to have you back.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it really means a lot to me. I don't have a lot of work, and I feel like I could have done a bit more, but I'm just so glad to just have something to include into the community.
Yeah.
I met so many great people here. Even though I don't really talk that much into the fest chat, I always like reading the messages and the funny stuff that people post. So I really support everyone here. So I hope you guys drop down your Newgrounds and I could probably check it out, follow you all. All
Right
right, I
on,
think
man.
that's it.
Right on. Thanks so much, and thanks for all you've contributed.
No, thank you all. Thank you too, very much. All right.
All right, Blamaroni. Tamago. Yo, what's up, Eggy? Let's go. Eggy, look out for that notification. You've been invited to speak.
Go. Did you go AFK? Come back.
Tamago, where did you go? Tama, come back.
Hey, I'm just gonna make a quick thing. Doc, knock it off or I'm blaming your ass out of existence.
Oh, I don't even know what Doc did. I didn't see it.
And they keep posting porn gifs and Jen and then deleting them immediately.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice. Tamago, what's up, player? Hello, Tamago.
Hi, baby.
We're stuck. Wait,
You're-
is it working now?
Yeah, you're
Oh.
good. We hear you.
Okay. It said I wasn't muted already. I thought I was already in there. Anyway, here we are once again.
Welcome back.
I don't know what else to say besides thank you for for letting me participate in the animation, even though I'm a beginner and I suck. Compared to summer, I feel like I've grown quite a bit. I'm still kind of nervous about stuff and whatever, but I feel a bit better now. I come in here daily. I say dumb shit. It's all fine and dandy. And I want to thank you guys for hosting this and all that. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your involvement. As I always say, right, to all the people who worked on the cartoon as well. Thank you for that, and for, of course, being here. Spook, any words from you?
Well, I see you posting all the time, and you were here for and around for Summerfest, and seeing how you've grown in the server from Summerfest to now is just why I love doing these events.
Aw.
Thank you so much for being part of it.
Thank you for starting it in the first place.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
All right,
ready to be
Eggy.
blamed
Okay,
whenever.
We're gonna blam that egg. Goodbye. All right, Droopy Balls. What's up, Drew? Hey, bud.
Am I here?
You're here.
Hello.
You are.
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, bestie. It's going well.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I just wanted to say thank you to you both. This was honestly a really fun time. All the panels were amazing. Keki's was probably my favorite. That was a really good thing because I actually want to get a bit more into art. And I was using CSP and needed to get a bit more into what the hell's actually going on with it. That was amazing. The hentai dubbing was funny as shit. The whole thing was a riot. That was a blast. Just thank you overall, man. The draw pile was also funny. That was also a good time. Shout out Squid Jerky for that.
Yeah, Squid Jerky
But
owners.
oh yeah. But just overall, I want to thank you, Stan, specifically, because you introduced me to the server as the festival server as it is. And I honestly found a shit ton of really cool people, good friends because of this server, and I just want to thank you for that.
Thank you, man.
Also, Lil Spook, I've never heard your voice before. Your voice is fucking awesome. Just shout out for that.
Thank
That's an amazing feat. But yeah,
That means a lot.
I don't know. That's about all I gotta say.
Thanks, Drew. Well,
How did you like the festival, Stan?
Shucks, thanks for asking. Well, I tell you, there were not enough Hot Wheels records smashed, which is something that I would like to have seen. Maybe needed some more Drew Ball streams, but aside from that, I think it was a pretty great time. We all had a lot of fun and made some great memories that hopefully will carry us all through the future to the next whatever in the future awaits. It could be any event by anyone, because frankly we're not the only ones who can host stuff, and so I'm encouraging everybody to think about what you'd like to do and make it happen, because we all have the
definitely.
means to make events, you know.
Yeah. It was great. You ready for Summerfest 2022?
Fucking, I don't know about all that.
Come on.
Come on.
Man.
Come on.
Come on.
We'll
Come
figure it out. All right. Well, good time to get blamed, Drew.
Take care.
That was really well timed, Stan.
All right, next up we got Random. The Random Robo Simp. First, before you even start, thank you for
The
the art.
random roto simp.
Yeah, you guys can hear me.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you
we
for that
can.
art yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was hoping that you liked it. Sorry, it was
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
rushed.
I was excited.
I just wanted to say that you guys did an amazing job putting this together, and sorry, I'm sick right now. I sound like garbage.
Relatable feeling. Hang in there.
You guys did an amazing job. The animation was great. The images and the panels were amazing. Kudos to everybody. And yeah, I had a great time. I've been watching it over on YouTube with some of my buddies. They're all in bed. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got to be a part of this.
We're so happy.
It was a lot of fun.
Even though you're sick, you took the time out to.
I'm not even gonna blame you, man. It sounds like you're going through it right now. You can blame yourself gently.
No, I want you to blame me, Stan. Blame me.
Very well.
Blame me too, Vivian.
This blam of mine burns with an Austin power. It tells me to remove you from this call. Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my mod powers. Shining, move to audience.
Oh my god, that
All
was
right.
like your best blam yet.
Yeah. Well, it was personally requested, so this blam of mine. All right, let's see. Yeah, Belyayev's Fox. Thank you for all the shining fingers in the chat.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Fox?
I just want to let you know that I enjoy being in this community because it means so much. It's like a second home to me because of how trite and all mainstream culture is. Especially with the endless remakes and movies and egregious gambling tactics and video games. I don't have to put up with that in Newgrounds. So I don't have to put up with all the nonsense over in the mainstream space.
Well, I want to thank you for all of your great questions this weekend. Your name was definitely one of the most common I saw in the panel questions chat, and I think that's for panelists and as hosts, having somebody asking questions regularly. You really you want audience engagement. So having somebody consistently providing that, I think you contributed a lot to this event by doing so. So I just want to thank you personally.
Exactly. And a lot of those
Yeah.
questions were
Yeah, I'm
great
curious.
questions.
So I like searching Wikipedia and TV tropes for all sorts of interesting info.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. Really, without people asking questions, panels can sometimes not turn out the best. But like I said, you did great. So thank you again.
Thank you, and I'll see myself out.
All right, my friend. Take care. All right, we're getting low on the list. Kekido is back apparently. She is staff. So hi, bestie. Welcome back.
Hey, bestie. I forgot that I had that in there. Gonna be honest.
Oh.
What's your favorite cat? Just curious. I meant to ask this earlier.
I mean, like what, like species of cat? I'm a fan of Mikote.
This will be used against you.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I already sent you pictures, so I'm still waiting. Becky. But yeah, great. Oh no, phonograph clock. Welcome. What up?
On. Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome.
Wow. I guess I'm just kind of here to pick up the slack where the rest of the crew left it. Sweeping duties as usual.
We become broom clock.
Yeah. I guess maybe I should. Anyway, from the bottom of my heart, I'd like 1,000 thank yous for hosting this and giving the clock crew an opportunity to talk about what they do, and even the last minute addition of me in the panel to shoot the shit with the boys. That was fucking amazing. Thank you so much. And I think that's about all I had to say.
Thank you.
The clock crew
Thank
loves
you
everyone.
for being here.
And hey, we love the clock crew.
So
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you for that panel. Thank you for coming back to say some last sweeping words, man.
Yeah, of course. All right.
Time
Your mom's car.
Time to blame the. Oh no, he blamed his own spam. Oh man, what a clock crew save. All right, Kevin. Kevin, I'm Kevin. Get in here.
Hi, Kevin.
The voices in my head are telling me to kill.
Oh, well, that's not good. But I tell you what, man, you are a machine. You pump out so much art so quickly. Good on you.
Thanks.
Please take a break.
I should have. I've been
slow
taking a
down.
break a bit because of work, so I'm gonna see if I can try to draw tomorrow. But I should apologize because I wasn't able to really watch a lot of the festival because of work and other errands I have going on. But seeing everybody just be so excited for these different topics when it comes to just being a content creator, any type of creator in general, making all this amazing stuff, it's really awesome. Like, I really enjoyed my time on Newgrounds, especially after a year, just being on Newgrounds. It's definitely probably the most fun I had as an artist, just showing people what I could do, my own ambitions, and just seeing everybody with this positive energy that everybody just wants to create something for everybody, the motto.
Yeah.
It's awesome, way better than having to deal with other sites that don't really promote that sort of engagement. But Newgrounds just, it hits different. It just feels different. And I kind of wish Newgrounds really still got more traction than it used to, because Newgrounds is really something special. And it's just a blessing to be meeting even creators that I didn't even expect to meet, man. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is something I didn't think would happen. It's awesome. It's awesome.
You're awesome.
Like, no, you're awesome.
Okay.
No,
Thank you for all the art you've made, man. You know, it was like I said this earlier. I don't even know if you were here for it. I was just like, you came off of doing the Tankmas Advent art, and then you immediately started making the Winterfest art, and it was just like, dude, this man's a machine.
Thanks.
People have talked about it in conversation, just about how like your work ethic as an artist and how you just find time. So I was like, it's funny. Like Spook was like, take it easy, and I've noticed that you slowed down a little bit recently. So I was thinking like, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
You're like constantly pushing out pieces, man. It's really
I'd like to chime in a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Not only are you a machine and you just pump out pieces, but whenever anyone asks you questions or for advice, you're always so willing to jump in, help, and give them advice. It's wonderful.
Yeah, God bless. I've been just meeting just a lot of great people, and I'm really happy to just talk about different types of things when it comes to doing this, how to do this or that, and just kind of just doing what I like. I do have a bit of art block right now. I'm trying to get over that because my mind's been sort of like blank. Yeah, trying to get an idea what to make. But I am also trying to develop my own little story with my characters I really want to make, God willing. And the progress is slow, but it's slowly getting there, piece by piece. It's something. It's my first time even writing in the first place, so I'm still learning. It's a really different experience.
keep up the great work, man. You're on the way to
You're
doing
doing
something
great.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you, man. God bless you guys.
Back at you, brother.
You guys do a lot for this community, and I'm really happy to just see people be excited for this festival.
Thanks, man. All right, well, it's that
Yeah.
time. It's time for the blam. Farewell, Kevin.
All right. Goodbye. I love you guys. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, our final caller for the night, Intrapath. Intrapath, get in here.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to
Hi.
say thanks for doing all this. It was so much fun. The animation was great. I loved the panels that I saw. Everyone was so like talented and creative and hilarious, man. Oh my God, this community is so freaking hilarious. I love it. And I just wanted to say thanks for everything you guys do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, well, the final blam of the night. Goodbye, Intrapath.
Blam me.
It is done. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the closing ceremonies. Any closing remarks before we go?
All right. So, my closing remarks is just a big, resounding thank you to all of our staff, all of our panelists, and most importantly, all of our attendees. People think that that conventions are all about the panels and the guests that you bring in, but conventions can't happen unless people are willing to attend and help it grow. So thank every last one of you for being here and having faith in Stan and I to be able to put on a good event.
Beautifully put. I want to also, following off of the things, everything Spook just said, I totally agree. It's not as satisfying without having the audience to be there with the panelists, with us engaging all weekend, seeing this chat flying, hearing people's excited reactions to things like the opening cartoon and so on. And, with that in mind, I also want to say once again, thank you to the Newgrounds community as well as the Newgrounds staff, particularly Tom for being so supportive. And, from day one with both festivals, Tom has always been, very proactively willing to help whenever, I said, could you please promote this? Are you cool with us doing that? What day is good? He was always so quick to reply and offer support in the way he can. And he even, participating in the event as an attendee. We saw Tom a couple times, which is always exciting. People have been drawing him sitting on the toilet, which is hilarious. So, I mean, it's just really... thank you to the entire Newgrounds community and culture that forged it, because and vice versa. Without it, I don't think we'd all be here doing what we're doing. And yeah, so thank you all for the creations that you make. Thank you all for the panels that you've brought, the energy and the fun and the passion that you share every day. Please don't stop making things. The world, nothing is forever, right? But the little impact that we can make on the world is felt in the things that we create and share with other people. So by making things and influencing those who will come after us and things like that. I was once upon a time just some silly kid, 2003, 2004, 2005, right? I was barely older than 10 years old, and I was learning all about this stuff on Newgrounds, having my humor and culture identity shaped, learning, laughing, having fun. And now here I am at 28, hosting 2 festivals with a community that is still hungry for community. And just as those people inspired me, I hope that my involvement, Spook's involvement, everybody's involvement can inspire others, and that your creations as artists and as creators can continue to inspire the next generation of creators. The world is kind of at war. Nico is at war. Well, Newgrounds is at war with the far-reaching storm of just really brain-dead content and things that are made without love and soul. It is because of passion and a little bit of that quirkiness in one's mind that we dare to challenge ourselves and keep making things, even if it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make us money, even if it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make us superstars. It means something to you. That's why you make it. And people can feel the passion and love you put into what you make, and that's what makes them feel just as inspired to do the same. So with that in mind, I want to thank everybody once again for your involvement and your continued engagement as a community. Spook, where can people find you online?
All right. So you guys can find me on Newgrounds at Little Spook, LILSPOOK. And that's pretty much where I'm based out of at the moment.
Quite based indeed. I can say that for me, you can find me on Newgrounds as well, Stanpai, STANPAI. You can also find me on YouTube at Stanpai, youtube.com/c/Stanpai. I'm on other social media platforms as well, but honestly, if it's not hanging out with me here or on Newgrounds, I don't really care. That other stuff is just whatever. It ain't nothing serious. So keep making stuff, keep sharing stuff, and yeah, if you ever want me or Spook or anybody to be in your projects doing whatever, let us know. If not, we can help you find somebody who is looking for whatever thing you're offering, and I'm sure we could all help each other get connected. Use that collaborate channel more than anything else, please.
Absolutely.
Collaborate.
Plenty of talented people willing and ready to work with you.
And if you want to see it real, if you want to see it happen, make it, create it, build it yourself, and that's how this is all done. You don't need someone else to take that first step. Bring your dreams to reality. That's it for us. Thanks, everybody. Whew. Newgrounds Winterfest 22 officially comes to a close.